down, shit down.
Oh, yeah, I can't jump the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Let's get comfy, nut to butt.
Yeah, first
Here we are.
which reminds me, I got to take a leak before we start, you know?
Yeah, we at least get. Well, you can take a bath. Well, actually, I don't know if you really have time to take a bath or break. The fight ends quick.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I just gotta run to the pisser and come back.
That's why I never really drink very much water.
Yes.
I drink it before.
Hold on a sec. Let me.
I drink it before the coffee, but I'm always jacked up anyway.
Yeah.
So I can't drink a lot of water. Well, I'm not. I have a pretty good bladder. I can fucking drink. I already drank.
I know. I'm a fucking bladder. When it's water loading time, I'm the fucking worst. I drink water.
No, I'm good. I sweat a lot.
Yeah.
So I never cut a lot of weight, but when I actually did, like once I cut like 11 pounds,
Yeah.
I lost like 2 hours because I sweat a lot. So for cutting weight, it's actually pretty good.
Check, check.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check, check, check.
Yeah, we're good. Happy?
Yeah, I'm good. Cool. Thank you very much, man.
And then this is.
Does blue tip typically walk out first?
Blue, yeah. Come over with you, but like it's super tight. Nice to see you, man. You look good. You look good. You too. What's up, man? Welcome. Enjoy the fight today, guys. Is this like all FKT for him? Oh, dude, that's awesome. I feel like home already. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's the best. Just last week we were punching each other in the face. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you, bro. I tried my best. Highlighters. I can see. Okay, let me see what you're doing here.
Yeah, well, see, when in doubt, you can do blue. I just pick a couple.
Okay, so let's see. I'm doing.
I'm sure Gerardo jumps in. The Mexicans, we can kind of anybody.
We gotta kind of wing it on that.
Can you hear me?
So I'll do.
These guys are about to do an interview.
Oh, how do I communicate with them? Sorry.
Yeah.
I just ordered a burger and fries for 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
There you go.
I saw that. That is cool that they have food.
I'll do Bergen. Well, do you know what? The thing is, they're willing to do it for a time, so you don't have to wait in line. That's nice. Well, and it's, I mean, because we're probably going to be done about 7 o'clock. I'm thinking 8 fights, 4:30, 2.5 hours. I mean, I'll be fucked if we end up like.
No, there should be a break.
Yeah, so.
Because they put those 2 fights, whatever, good if they see them. Oh, shit. I think you're oh, you should check. Extensive background, as you mentioned, in acute karate. He's been training for many, many years.
I am the BFL champion. I've been doing martial art all my life. I'm gonna win this fight against Ravi Da Silva. Then after that, I'm gonna get to the UFC.
Yeah, I'm ready for everything he has. For me, he's coming in with a huge unknown. He has no idea what my striking's like, and it's definitely one of the parts of my games that's the hardest to deal with.
Gladly, Snake Eyes, the
Very, very tricky in there. You don't know what to expect.
I'm looking to run right through him. I'm not looking at the belt. I'm looking at the next goal, which is to make it to the UFC.
the BFL champion. I've been doing martial art all my life. I'm gonna win this fight against Ravila Silva. Then after that, I'm gonna get to the UFC.
Yeah, I'm ready for everything he has. For me, he's coming in with a huge unknown. He has no idea what my striking's like, and it's definitely one of the parts of my games that's the hardest to deal with.
Gladly, Snake Eyes, the
Very, very tricky in there. You don't know what to expect.
I'm looking to run right through him. I'm not looking at the belt. I'm looking at the next goal, which is to make it to the UFC.
And your new BFL intra featherweight champion of the world, Maxime Suzy.
Extensive background, as you mentioned, in acute karate. He's been training for many, many years.
I am the BFL champion. I've been doing martial art all my life. I'm gonna win this fight against Ravila Silva. Then after that, I'm gonna get to the UFC.
Yeah, I'm ready for everything he has. For me, he's coming in with a huge unknown. He has no idea what my striking's like, and it's definitely one of the parts of my games that's the hardest to deal with.
Gladly, Snake Eyes, the
Very, very tricky in there. You don't know what to expect.
I'm looking to run right through him. I'm not looking at the belt. I'm looking at the next goal, which is to make it to the UFC.
And your new BFL intra featherweight champion of the world, Maxime Suzy.
Speaker box loud, making that stuff till you hearing that sound. Making that stuff till you hearing that sound.
Gladly, Snake Eyes, the Silver.
Making that stuff till you hearing that sound.
Welcome once again to Battlefield Fight League. Yeah, we are here in lovely Vancouver, British Columbia on a balmy Canadian winter day here on the West Coast. We are live on YouTube at the Harbor Event and Convention Center in the city's downtown core. And tonight it is BFL 79. Good evening, everybody. I am Craig Nielsen. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun at BFL 79. Let's introduce my broadcast partner, UFC veteran Mike Chiesa, a former BFL champ, David Showtime Perron. Gentlemen, coming up in just a few minutes here on YouTube. We've got the undercard for you. And then at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, live on UFC Fight Pass. It is the main card. 3 title fights on the line on that main card. Let's focus on the main event for just a second. That's for the featherweight strap. Radley De Silva, Mike, taking on the champion, Maxime Soucy.
Man, Maxime Soucy, just a striking dynamo, and this is his first title defense since he captured the belt in his fight with Nick Goulet. And listen, this is a guy that really puts it together well with his volume striking, has a karate background. He does a good job seamlessly blending between his combinations between both stances, and he's got a very, very powerful left kick. And we saw in that Nick Goulet fight that he was able to overcome some very tough grappling scenarios. He showed a lot of grit, was able to get himself back into that fight, get a TKO victory, and come home with the belt. So this guy just seems to be getting better and better with each time he steps in that cage.
And his opponent, Radley De Silva, is also a dynamic striker. Performance against Mike McAloon, and this kid has extreme confidence in all his abilities, and he is very confident that he's going to take that belt tonight and keep that momentum going all the way to the UFC, guys. Should be a very exciting fight.
Absolutely. That's going to be a fun main event, and let's have a look at the rest of the main card once again, airing live on UFC Fight Pass. All right, here we go. Victor Bardage taking on Mitch Struzella. The next 4 fights involving fighters coming north from Mexico. Luis Banuelos fights Nick Willett. He's anxious to get back in the win column. Arturo Castaneda faces Gio Platana, BFL vet, who always puts on a show. This could be fireworks. Caleb Moctezuma and Gagan Gill, both these guys loving to throw hands. Javier Cintaroa squares off with wrestling guru Navid Zangane. And then it's 3 titles on the line. Ty Wilson faces Ali Wazouk for the vacant bantamweight title. The co-main is for the first ever super lightweight championship. That's Rodrigo Cezinando and Scotty Stockman. 15 wins and just 3 losses between them. And then, of course, the main event, De Silva and the champ Soucy. Coming up next, let's have a look at the undercard. This is airing live on YouTube coming up in just the next couple of minutes. First 2 fights featuring MMA debuts for 3 of the fighters. That's going to air after the main card due to time constraints. Val Sid against Julio Cifuentes and Trent McGregor and Rafi Abulfati. First fight we're going to see is Michael Drabuke against Floren Demetris at 165. Then it's Ryan Motsafari taking on Saul Calveri in a bantamweight affair. Roman Tassone goes head-to-head with Michael Say. And then it's our first title fight for the vacant 160-pound amateur strap. Max Tamel and Derek Bergen looking to call themselves champ. After that, the pros take over and a few pro debuts. Aso Plani squares off against Gerardo Aguillon. That's at 135. 19-year-old Adam Posner, his first pro fight against Brian Castro. Posner, one of Canada's bright young talents. Brandon Briglio takes on Jose Hernandez at 130 pounds. And the main event of the undercard, this might not be a long one, Jaden Martin against Luis Guzman. All right, there is the undercard, which is set to start right now. It is time to do battle. All right, it is time for the first fight. Battlefield as 79, Floren Demetris, 0-0, taking on Michael Drabuke, who is 0-1. This is an amateur super lightweight contest, and here is Floren Demetris, guys. He's fighting out of In-Fight Coquitlam. He is making his Battlefield debut. This is going to be a first one. And so, guys, you guys are both fighters. Have you ever been in the first fight on a card, and what is that like to kick things off?
Man, I can't say that I've ever been there before, but I wouldn't say it adds any type of pressure, but the one thing that would throw me off is the crowd hasn't started to fill in yet, so I think that maybe that would get to me a little bit. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I remember like not even being on the poster. You're just like, oh, you're just there, nothing. I don't think I was the first one, but you really have no idea what's going on, especially when it's your first one. You got a little bit of nerves. You're really so much unknown, and like not having a crowd is almost less pressure. My first fight, I had 5 people come out on the island, only 5 people.
I remember when I was on Tough, it was a little odd being that when it's a little empty and you can kind of hear every little time you step on the canvas, you can hear your opponent breathe a little more. Quiet. It kind of makes it a little more intimate. But yeah, this is it's a good way to kick off the card.
Yeah.
And again, not only is Floren in the first fight of the night, this is his first fight in MMA ever in front of whether it be 5 people in the crowd or 5,000 people in the crowd. What's that got to be like?
There's always a little bit of nerves no matter what, just the unknown and actually doing the damn thing. There's always the nerves that come with it.
Well, the good thing for him is he just doesn't know what to expect.
Yeah, that too.
It being his first fight, it's like you just don't know what to expect, whether it's a packed house, whether you're the main event, whether you're the first fight on the card. You don't know what you're getting into. So either way, this guy's in for a real treat for your first fight. I remember my first fight. It's a bundle of nerves, to say the least.
Yeah. All you can do is be confident in yourself and hope it goes well.
Yeah, and as Floren makes his way here into the cage, BFL would like to, we're just going to point out this, we'd like to congratulate a kind of a sister promotion, Samurai MMA from Eastern Canada. They made their successful debut on UFC Fight Pass last Friday night. Samurai, like BFL, they've got some of Canada's, or many of Canada's best on their roster.
That was a great card, yeah.
BFL welterweight champ Dan Kajic competed and won on that card last week. All right, here comes Michael Drabuke.
Making his second BFL appearance. Strutting along here. You know, I asked him how his camp was. You know, it was pretty good. You know, he had a couple issues, if he was being honest with me, but he's excited to get in there, and he's been really working on his cardio and his striking. And you know, he's a blue belt in BJJ, fighting out of BJJ BJJ in Vernon. And you know, he's a little bit more of a ground fighter, and he's really looking to put his striking on display there. And that's the thing about when you're fighting a new opponent. I always ask him, what do you know about your opponent? And a lot of these newcomers or unknowns, or we got a lot of people from out of town, from Mexico, not a lot of research on his opponent, but he had maybe a couple of kickboxing matches, and you know, just avoid his overhand right. That's the danger that he's looking to avoid there. But he's expecting him to be heavy on the strike.
I think no matter who you're fighting, you should avoid the overhand, right? You should always keep in mind, let's avoid the right hand.
Yeah, and Michael's only fight, so he's 0-1 coming into this fight, looking for his first victory. His only fight was about a year ago at BFL 75. He lost to a guy we've seen a few times in the cage, Dylan Forrester, and he lost on, I think it was a second-round Kimura. So he's going to be maybe looking to kind of up the ground game a little bit.
But he says he learned from that. You know, he's glad he fought a tough opponent in his first fight, learned from his small mistakes, and now he's looking to make those adjustments and come out on top tonight.
All right, we're going to have a look at the BFL odds. BFL odds brought to you by WPT Global. Make WPT Global your online poker home and get a 100% deposit match bonus plus $10 of free slot spins when using the code BFL. All right, let's have a look. Striking goes to Demetrius. Submissions slightly to Drabuke. Wrestling is even. Grit is even. We'll see how it all plays out. All right, let's introduce the fighters and head inside the cage. Here's our cage announcer, the lovely Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Harbor Event and Convention Center from the fight capital of Canada, Vancouver, BC. As the Battlefield Fight League presents BFL 79, live and exclusively on UFC Fight Pass. This event is sanctioned by the British Columbia Athletic Commissioner. Our acting commissioner is Greg Turnbull. And our judges for this evening are Brian McLeod, Jake Maxim, John Cooper, Mitch Cadlick, and Saul Ram. This next fight is a 165-pound catchweight bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner, making his first appearance inside the BFL cage, representing In Fight in Coquitlam, BC. Please welcome Floren Demetrius. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner. This man has a record of no wins, 1 loss. Making his second appearance inside the BFL cage, representing NOS BJJ in Vernon, BC. Here is Michael Drabuke. And your man in charge of the action is Saul Ram.
All right, Saul Ram is the referee. He's going to get us started here at BFL 79. There is Drabuke in the black, red, and gray. And it is Floren Demetrius in the black with white and red in the blue corner. This one's scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And once again, gentlemen, we'll remind you it is in novice amateur rules. So the big rule here is no ground and pound to the head.
And the puffy gloves. I don't know what you call them. We call them puppies.
The puppy gloves. Yeah, we'll see if they can do some damage in here.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Oh, big
nice
right
shot
from Dubuque.
Yeah, that
Knocks
was
him
beautiful.
down, big one. Puffy gloves or not, they still hurt. That one found a home.
Yeah.
But good job for Demetrius getting back up to his feet there.
Yeah, welcome to MMA, Demetrius.
Yeah, he
can tell
recovered
Mr.
pretty well.
Demetrius.
You can tell both these guys are kind of burning a lot of energy quick. A lot of nervous energy being expended right now.
That's the fun of amateurs. They just come in, hands down, just ready for battle. Oh, man, look at those big left from the hip.
Oh, and a right from Demetrius.
Demetrius got his hands up.
Oh, big
man.
right from Dubuque lands, and he's starting to tee off,
man.
guys.
Uppercut
those are
city.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah, Demetrius could be hurt. He could be in trouble
Thinking
here.
about the knee, but he's not allowed to the body.
Yeah,
Nice
he had to think
little
about
left
it there.
snuck in there from
He thought about
Demetrius.
it. He thought about it, man.
Yeah.
Good toughness shown by Demetrius there, just taking some deep breaths there. But Dubuque going ham there for a second.
Yeah, Floren's got to circle off the fence because
Yeah.
right now he's just corralled against the longer opponent. So he's got to be the one either pushing him against the fence or be out in open space where he can try to land that overhand
that
right.
uppercut just missed again. I think we got a nut shot there.
Right to the nugs.
Ouch. That's never
Dubuque's
fun.
going to take a couple of minutes here, maybe.
Yeah.
It was
He has up to 5
pretty
minutes.
square to
recover.
that section of the body.
Yeah.
Get a warning by the referee here.
Right where
Saul,
the sun don't shine.
Right, marbles. Ooh, that one looked like it hurt. Gonna get some time there.
Get yourself a Diamond MMA cup.
Yeah,
that should be a
Diamond.
sponsor because I could go on that all day. I think every fighter should wear a Diamond cup. I think it's just a natural reaction. Even if it doesn't hurt, you take an inadvertent low blow. No matter what, you're always gonna like turn away from your opponent. Even if it doesn't hurt, it's just like a natural reaction.
Yeah.
All right, we're underway here again.
Man.
A minute 30 to go here in the opening round, and I think Demetrius, you guys mentioned that they were expending a lot of energy.
Dubuque's got his hands pretty low.
You can see Demetrius
Coming in a little reckless there,
starting
but
to
good
breathe through
aggression.
his mouth a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Nice job.
Demetrius is going to have to earn some respect here on the feet there because Dubuque's just coming in.
He's got to time that feint, that naked feint, that kind of bobbing.
Yeah.
He bobs it down to like feint the takedown and come back up with no offense. That's a good time to land that
Nice
overhand
kicks by Dubuque landing there. Oh, man.
There's that overhand right, but here comes the uppercuts, and he keeps thinking about that knee.
He's got to get those hands up. Oh, another good shot that finds the home. Oh, man, these guys are throwing. No, who needs a feel no process? Oh, those kicks. Oh, that's
there's
a
the
big
overhand
over.
right.
That's the one you're supposed to avoid. That's the one. Oh, just misses again. Oh, my
I
God.
think he was looking for a wheel kick there. I don't think he knew what he was doing.
Wow. These
But-
guys are throwing everything.
Hey, for
nice
Floren, he needs
sweep
to,
attempt.
Floren needs to keep timing those feints and keep trying to go to the overhand right, but he's got to circle off the fence here.
Yeah, Michael was doing a good job feinting those kicks, and they threw a lot there. And now they.
Well, Michael's doing a good job pulling that knee because you can tell he gets a hold of that tie clinch. He's really doing a good job for firing off that knee.
Those uppercuts are a good weapon of his.
Yeah, that's it. That'll make up for it.
Yeah.
Final 10 seconds here in the opening round.
I'm gonna buy pretty quick. A lot of action, first round of the night here.
And I bet for both those guys, it felt like an eternity.
Yeah, no doubt. For our first round. Nice combination. Nice one, too, off the break there.
Yeah,
See ya.
and a little damage to is just above the nose of Floren there. Looks like, well, he caught a couple. Both guys caught a couple.
Oh, yeah, they landed.
Absolutely.
A lot of guys that able to take some damage there.
Yeah,
More offense than defense.
Yeah,
let's put it that
I
way.
think Michael got the first half of the round, but Floren definitely got himself back in it with a couple nice hooks, but I still think I'd give the round to Michael.
Deep breathing as expected after a round like that.
Yes. Keep your hands up.
All right, this is the
and
quarter
keep
cam
pulling him up
brought to
when
you
he's
by
trying to
Rockin'
take you
Cowboy
down. Keep
Clothing
raising
Company.
and pulling him up. That was awesome. Try to take him down maybe. If you're getting tired, try to put his back on the mat and try to pull him.
Slow down your breathing. Slow down your breathing.
Slow down. You've been wrestling. You can out-wrestle this guy and you can take him down. Right? You're doing the wicked, man. Water or no?
All right, there you go. We're going to see some highlights there. I think Darth Vader might have been in his corner there. That was a nice high kick from Floren there.
Didn't expect that one.
Yeah, and that was, Mike, like you said, in that second half of the first round, Floren started, showing a couple techniques there.
That second kick he threw, I thought he was trying to spin it. It was a weird angle, but yeah, it was a good read to throw that lead kick, following up after that shot.
Dubuque's comfortable with the kicks there, a lot of feints. keeping his opponent guessing, but at least we see some better foot movement here from Demetrius. Circling off.
Yeah, he's got to either hold the center or be the one pushing Michael against the fence, because he really backs himself into a corner when he lets Michael just kind of bully him against the fence, especially being the shorter man.
Yeah, you can see Drabiuk doing a good job utilizing his range, but nice teeth kick to keep him off him.
Michael thinking about a kind of Superman punch there.
You can see Drabiuk's got the reach on him. Ooh.
Well, that kick really gets up there.
Yeah, he's flexible. So
yeah.
Deceivingly flexible. He throws heavy. Man, those hands are real low from Drabiuk still. He doesn't seem to mind eating some shots to Gibson.
I like the way that Floren's trying to jab his way. He's really stepped in with a nice jab.
Man. Yeah.
And this is what he needs to do right there.
Yeah.
That was a perfect sequence. Don't let yourself get corralled against the fence. Find an opening, circle back to the center, where you're going to give yourself the best opportunity to win this fight.
Let's see if Demetrius listens to his corner and opts for a takedown, possibly. He seems quite comfortable on the feet here.
Approaching the halfway mark of round number 2.
Nice jab, way to pull out of range.
Oh, nice left there from Floren.
I think Floren's finally starting to settle into the fight a little bit. I think the opening moments of the first round, I think he was just a little overwhelmed. It's his first fight, place is empty, he's in Canada, there's so much going on, and it's like, I think as the fight's going, he's starting to get more comfortable, showing some good takedown defense here.
Yeah, first takedown attempt of the fight, and
good defense.
Yeah, Floren coming up with some good takedown defense.
Watch out in the pocket. Watch out break. You create the space. You have to fire right in that pocket.
Demetrius is trying to get inside here and just throw some hands. Nice stiff jab there by Drabiuk.
Both of them kind of landed good jabs there, but I think
if you
Drabiuk got the better.
If you look at the outside of that lead leg from Floren, it's starting to go a little purple there, and that's because Drabiuk has really started to punish that.
That overhand is coming in hot.
Yeah, that's what Floren needs. He needs to try to coax Michael to go and punch for punch with him, because that overhand right's perfect. If he can time the right hand of Michael, he can go punch for punch with him and land that windmill overhand right, a la Fedor Emelianenko.
Right. Let's see. Good matchup. These guys are both down. Oh, nice. That little kick comes up quick.
Yeah, it does. And as you guys mentioned, Drabiuk maybe keeping those hands just a little bit low at times. We saw that left kick land in the first round.
That's a good way to put an exclamation mark on this round, because it was pretty close up until the closing 10 seconds. Drabiuk probably stole that one.
Good output by both guys there.
Yeah. I wonder if the compromised shoulder was the left one. Now that we can just talk about it, because obviously Michael's opponent can't hear, but you see some bruising on that shoulder. I wonder if that was the one that was giving him problems. See what I'm saying on the left shoulder there?
That's it, man. Let's take this fight.
Let's have a look at some of the replays from the second round there. Overhand right from Drabiuk just kind of lands.
If he tries to grapple you again,
It was right at the end of the round.
Take him down. He hasn't been able to take you down. He's tried multiple times. You haven't even tried yet. You won't even expect it. So maybe if you want to switch it up, grab his leg, take him down. You've done lots of wrestling. Your grappling is better than this. Take him down. End up on top. Let's go.
All right, so there you hear it, guys, from Floren's corner. They're telling Floren, hey, you have to try to take him down. Maybe that'll surprise him. Maybe you should go for that. We'll see if that happens here in the final round.
It's pretty even on the feet. That might be a good option.
The only problem is if you go hard on the takedown, it's going to exhaust you.
He seems pretty tired.
Yeah.
Round 3. Here we go.
You can see Floren getting light on that lead leg, looking to check that kick.
Yeah, he's had some nice shots, but he's eaten a lot of the kicks as well.
Yeah.
Oh, another one. Uh-oh. Even it out.
2 for good measure.
And he got warned for the first one. Will our referee Saul do anything about this one?
Yeah, it was unintentional. Unfortunate. Let's have a look here. Boom. Yep. Definite foul. Unintentional. See. Just don't do it again. Should take a bit more time there. He looks a little slightly confused and in pain.
Just distraught.
Mike, you might want to tell him after the fight about the Diamond Cup.
Take some time.
Shout out to Diamond MMA, one of our unofficial sponsors of Battlefield Fight League. But if you do want to be an official sponsor,
you'll be getting some cups in the mail.
Hit up my guy Jay.
What's he telling the ref?
He's trying to probably weasel a point out of it. Hey, come on, you gotta take a point.
Right.
You know?
Does that ever work?
I don't know. Usually it goes like opposite. Like you like try to get a point, like nah.
I really heard that was the other one. All right, that's good for Drabiuk here. For Demetrius, able to catch his breath a little bit.
Yeah, nice little break.
So like a whole couple minutes here, longer than the in between rounds. See if Demetrius can make the most of it.
They have up to 5 minutes.
Well, I think I wonder if it changed if it's amateur. I think it's 5. You know,
Shouldn't it be the same?
I think it should be the same. You know, it's probably 5 minutes.
You only get 2.
Well, and and I think he's. Oh, is it only 2 if you're amateurs? Well, he's definitely. He's taken. Well, he took about 3 minutes there, it seemed to me. But anyways, we got 2.5 minutes left in the rounds here.
Nice.
But the problem is he gave his own.
Drabiuk goes for the takedown and gets it. Nice.
The one
timing.
problem is if you take the full time, you're letting your opponent
as well. Yeah, that's true. It's catch-22. It depends on who you think has a better cardio. But nice takedown by Drabiuk. Ends up on top. Good position for him here.
Yeah, Floren missed that overhand right, and Drabiuk used that to take him to the ground.
And you could see after that 2 minutes off, they both had a little bit more pep in their step there. Both had the chance to recover. And then Demetrius thinking of a guillotine, but he doesn't seem to really have it here.
I think that Michael should start fishing for that Von Flue choke if he can get a pass here.
Yeah, if he can get his arm free.
Yeah.
Potentially here. He looks like he's sweaty enough to slide it out there. But
yeah.
I think he's content just controlling here. Controlling on top. Most likely being in the lead here. There it is. There it is. Maybe he heard you. Oh.
Drop that shoulder.
Yeah.
Lock your hands.
Good old Von Flue.
If he locks his hands, he can get this choke right now, get himself a finish, but he's got to keep Floren.
Yeah, he's got to push off Demetrius' left leg and get over.
You can keep it. You can keep it from half guard, and it looks like he's getting wise to it. Drop that shoulder.
He's thinking about it.
He's got to drop to that right hip too. If you really want to get, you got to drop to that right hip and try to close that shoulder space with your right arm.
Oh, he looks like he's just controlling the legs. Oh, there you go. He had the opportunity to jump over there, but I think this is a good position for him.
And now that Floren's not holding the head.
Yeah, he's flat on his back here. He's not really.
He could go Kimura arm triangle right here. I think he's just content with scoring points, like you said.
Yeah, I got 1 minute left here. Good third round for Drabiuk.
Final 45 seconds here in round number 3.
Demetrius listens to his corner. They're trying to stand up and slide off here. Oh, nice work. And and he goes for the heel hook here. And he gets it. Nice little transition.
Yeah, that was quick to the heel hook, and there's the tap.
Very nice. Very nice.
And Michael Drabiuk scores his first victory.
Wow.
In his young amateur MMA career.
Had to overcome some serious adversity with those nut shots.
All right.
All right, let's have a look. This happened pretty quickly.
Yeah, his opponent was tired. He caught him slipping. He wasn't thinking about the legs there. That's pretty common when you've only been training for a couple years here. So he's thinking, oh, I'm going to go that heel's exposed. And his opponent's just thinking, I'm going to get up. And right away, very nice transition. Gets the hook in there, goes for the heel. And right away, Demetrius is forced to tap. That was a very nice, tricky transition by Drabiuk. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, that was a nice straight ankle lock right there.
Way to get the finish. Oh, was it straight?
I think it was straight. Yeah, he didn't really scoop the heel. It looked like he just.
It's hard to see.
Well, yeah, good straight ankle lock though. I love the way that he closed the space, threw the leg over, really arched. You know, for lack of better word, butt to butt, and you arch on that straight. You
could tell you practiced that one a few times.
Yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful transition.
Good way to finish the fight.
Pretty happy Michael Drabiuk. We're going to make it all official.
That's the finish.
Yeah.
Last minute of
all
the
right.
round.
Inside the cage we go. Here he is, our cage announcer, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Saul Ramos called for a stoppage at 2 minutes, 20 seconds of the third round. For your winner, by tap out, due to straight foot lock, the fighter in the red corner, Michael Drabiuk.
a good first fight for Demetrius, though. We should be happy with that. All right, up next was Afari versus Calvari.
Yeah, this one in the bantamweight amateur division here at the VFL.
Yeah, we see Saul Calvari here, Dennis Kang and Josh Kukowski in his corner, Tristan Conley, Jamie Siraj, the Pinnacle MMA crew. Saul is 24 years old, making his BFL debut. Nice to welcome him to the cage. I've known this kid since he was about 15. Trained together for about 10 years. Comes from a JKD and kickboxing background, but he considers himself more of a grappler. He's a brown belt, very solid on the ground, and he's been working on stringing things together and really working on his striking a little bit more. But you know, his game plan is probably going to be to take him down and utilize his grappling skills. And then he's only seen one fight of his opponents, but he feels like nothing too impressive, pretty basic, not too worried about it. And his game plan is going to be to strike, take him down, submit him, pretty straightforward. He's had a great camp. He says he trains with beasts all day. We've got the main event, Riley De Silva. They got about five, if not more guys on the card tonight. So, I mean, they've had a heck of a camp. We're going to see a ton of action tonight. And, yeah, he's feeling good, ready to put his skills to the test here in the battlefield cage for the very first time. Saul Calvari, nice to have you with us, buddy.
Yeah, Saul made his debut in MMA about a year ago. It was a decision loss to Aso Kalani, who we're going to see about 3 fights from now.
Oh, that was against Aso, I see. Yeah, the wrestling phenom. Apparently, I've heard some great things about him, and we're going to see that on full display in a little bit. But apparently, he's a wrestling coach. Got a ton of accolades that we'll be talking to in a little bit. So, I mean, that's a good way to, you know, get your feet wet. And then now, here we go for number 2. In the bright lights of the BFL cage.
Yeah, that's a pretty good corner right there.
Yeah, he's stacked, man. They got crazy crew, man. They're sparring on point, team on point. An OG like Dennis Kang, I mean, strategy. I mean, there's nothing he hasn't seen. So we're going to be seeing a lot of these guys tonight. As I said, they have a busy camp and a lot of active fighters. A lot of them on display tonight. Seemed pretty calm and composed. He's a lot bigger than I know I used to know him when he was just a wee little teenager. Nice. And I got to, you know, was it Boxing Day? I got to roll with him, and I was like, man, he's giving me a hard time. I mean, I've been pretty lazy and been off, but I'm like, man, he's grown into a man now. He's strong, so very strong on the ground. We're looking to see against this guy right here, training out of Universal.
And here comes Ryan Mazafari. I mean, this guy learned a lot from his last fight, said the one thing that he needs to work on is his takedown defense. And he's very well aware that his opponent's game plan is going to be to punch, wrestle, choke. This guy wants to strike with you, he wants to take you down, he wants to get you to the floor. So obviously he said his plan is to try to keep this fight on the feet. And the way that he envisions it going is he looks to put him out the 3rd round after he makes some reads and lets his opponent tire himself out. So I think that he's really leaning on the fact that he learned from that first fight that he has to improve on the takedown defense.
And that fight was a victory for him, but it was a year and a half ago, which is an interestingly long layoff for a guy who's just starting out in his career. He's 1-0.
Yeah, but you can look at who Radley De Silva did in 10 years.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's like
true.
As long as you spent the time off in the gym and did the right thing with it, you can definitely make improvements. And sometimes that's good, because if you garnish a reputation for lacking in one area, there's no better way than to right that wrong than to take the time off and just really hone in on the skills where you have your deficits, and then just come back a reinvented fighter.
And he was saying a little bit about that year and a half off was mostly due to injuries, and he's saying that even camp was a little bit tough because some of those injuries are still lingering.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to know the difference between being injured and being hurt. You know, there's a lot of times when, as a fighter, you can be really severely
You're usually hurt.
You're usually hurt. Sometimes when you're hurt, you just got to gut it out and stay in the gym.
And also making his BFL debut and only 21 years of age here, so a couple of young bucks going at it here.
Young whippersnapper.
And you see in his corner, Dan Kayach, who fought last week at
Samurai,
the East Coast at Samurai.
Our current champ, very active, looking to get back in here in our next show here.
All right, let's check out the BFL odds brought to you by WPT Global. Make WPT Global your online poker home and get a 100% deposit match bonus plus $10 of free slot spins when using the code BFL. All right, striking. The advantage goes to Mazafari. Submissions to Calvari. Wrestling. Calvari. Grit is even. All right, let's get these fighters introduced. Inside the cage we go. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is in the BFL Bantamweight division, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. This man has a record of no wins, 1 loss. Making his first appearance inside the BFL cage, representing Pinnacle MMA in Richmond, BC. Here is Saul Calvary. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner. This man has a record of 1 win, no losses. Also making his first appearance inside the BFL cage, representing Universal MMA in North Vancouver, BC. Here is Ryan Masafari. And your man in charge of the action is Mitch Kadlick.
Mitch Kadlick is the referee for this one, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the novice amateur bantamweight division. It is Calvary. He is in the black trunks. Masafari, he is in the blue. See how this one shakes down as we just wait the start of it. Got to get all the cage doors closed. We might be just, oh, I think I see what we're just waiting for the doctor to come to the cage. Sometimes happens. All right, we're off.
Right off the get-go, I gotta say, Calvary looks like he's in a much higher weight class than his opponent.
He looks a little bigger, but his opponent looks a little longer, a lot longer.
Yeah, he's just thick. He just looks dense.
Yeah, he's been working out. He's all grown up.
Masafari doing a good job hand checking right now, staying on his bike.
Oh, nice, right away. Nice takedown by Saul. Way to go. Well done, good timing. Gets really it where he wants it.
That was really good timing.
Now let's see what he can do. Puts Masafari on his back, trying to progress his position here. Nice butterfly hooks by Masafari here. He seems comfortable grabbing the neck, figuring out his next move here. Good start for Calvary. As he's in Masafari's corner, he's going to be looking for instructions from his coach, Dan, telling me to control the body.
I'm surprised that Masafari bailed on the double butterfly hooks, because that's a great guard to use to really, if you have longer frames and levers, just extend your legs to get your opponent off. You get your back to the fence and get back to your feet. But instead, he opts to go full guard, which kind of keeps him trapped on bottom against the better grappler.
If you know how to use them, right?
If he, it looked like he did for a second.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the guy working double butterfly hooks. That's my game. I like it.
Yeah, you can see here. He's controlling Saul's left arm here, but not doing too much to get out of there. Saul has the advantage of putting him against the cage area, so it's making it a little bit, but he should be using it to get up, but he's trying to protect himself and control Saul's posture so he doesn't posture up and do some damage to the body. He's trying to lock up the body triangle here.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean,
it's not going to do much, right?
You lock up a body triangle from
no
bottom,
point.
you're just
there you go.
trapping yourself, you know. So it should be your goal, unless you have a sick guard,
Yeah.
to really just use whatever guards you can use on bottom to get yourself to the feet, not keep
There's
your
no
opponent
point.
trapped on top
Yeah,
of
you're
you.
just you're not going to know basically.
Yeah.
Unless you're worried about the ground and pound. It's early enough in the fight there. You should be able to have enough juice to try and get out of there. But he's trying to he's trying to hold him and look to the ref for him to stand it up. It looked like that maybe a strategy here.
Most of the time when you, like we said earlier, like if you look to the ref to stand it up,
Yeah.
they're probably not going to stand it up.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're locking in a full body triangle and just trying to lock eyes with the ref to get a stand up, it's probably not going to happen. It'd be of your best interest to get to work and do it yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just me, but the whole standing up by the referee thing, it seems to vary from referee to referee.
Of course.
Some referees have no patience, and some referees have all the patience in the world. And I know it comes down to who's busy and all that, but, you know.
It's also a little trickier with the amateur rules because you can't punch
With
to
the
the head.
novice
So he's
amateur,
controlling, doing the body, like he's doing pretty much as much as he can, really, like, unless he's hunting for a submission. But you can tell he's heavy on top, and he's happy to keep that pressure and just win out the first round.
That's got to be tough as a grappler. I never fought as an amateur in Canada.
Yeah, that would
Every
not
amateur
be fun.
rules per
Me neither.
state, per country, they
Oh, and
differ.
the ref does stand
And
him
per
up.
province. Oh, here we go.
That
We gotta
was
stand up.
weird.
Okay.
He was actually, like, that was a weird timing to stand him up.
And we've only got 10 seconds left in the round here now.
Now he's trying to get busy, let loose the combination to steal the round. That was a nice little teep kick.
Yeah, he looks pretty comfortable on the feet there. Nice body kick. Another takedown attempt by Saul. Nice knee by Masafari. You can see that he wants to keep it on the feet.
Absolutely. Masafari is going to have to defend the takedown.
Well, we got to give that round
if
to
he wants to be in this fight.
Calvary there for the first round.
Yeah, but like I was saying, with amateur rules, like in Washington, the only thing we weren't allowed to do was obviously elbow to the head or knee to the head, but you could do ground and pound.
Totally.
You could punch on, you know, if you're on top, you could punch him in the face. You could do heel hooks, things of that sort. So
All right, here's the quarter cam brought to you by Rockin' Cowboy Clothing Company because it's better to stand out than fit in. Let's listen.
Watching him too much in the middle. Okay, let's get our jab going. Get some activity going on the field. Yeah, don't just sit there waiting for him, standing up, okay? On the ground, get your head over him when he's on the guard trying to get up. Fight those wrists. And if you're in his close guard, fight for hand position, pin his wrist to his chest, hit him with the other. Okay? Other than that, everything's good, bro. Yeah. You're killing him.
All right, so there you heard Dennis Kang saying, hey, everything's good.
Yeah, good advice. I mean, he did good that round. He got it where he wanted to go. It's clear they both had each their own strategies. Stand up. Mozafari wants to keep it on the feet. Saul's going to try and time that to get his takedown and do more of what he did in the first round here. So pretty clear game plan.
Yeah, Mozafari's just got to stay on his bike. Just got to stay away from the fence and try to force Saul to shoot for takedowns and open that.
Doesn't waste any time. Saul trying to go back for another takedown, and he gets.
Now he gets it.
Very nice takedown.
Oh, looking to push the knee down.
Oh, think about a triangle. Oh, we might have an arm there. Oh, nice. Nice job by Calvari.
See, that's the type of guard work we need to see.
He is using his legs there.
Use submissions to get your opponents to give you some space, and you can get back to your feet.
Calvari moving him to the cage here. Gonna try and keep him smushed. See if he can progress his position and do a little bit more damage or find a submission. Good head position. Just wants to keep him there. He's trying to put him flat on his back. Establish head position. Punish the body a little bit. Doesn't do too much damage, but it's one way to win the fight. His body shots.
Yeah, a minute in here to round number 2.
Heavy on top.
Yeah, Calvari once again heavy on top.
He's definitely keeping him there and tiring. It's a lot more tiring from the bottom here. Trying to get out.
Round 1, deja vu.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Little can opener action. Nice.
Such a risky technique to pass. I mean, it's effective at opening the legs, but you just leave your arms just both your arms are just right in the line of fire for arm bars.
Oh, and then as you said, he's thinking about it. Now he gets his back. Oh, nice roll by Mozafari.
Got to stay moving on bottom. That was smart of him to not settle in.
That was a great roll. Great roll, because Saul, nothing would like more than actually get his back, because that's what he said. He wants to get his back and choke him out. As he takes a few deep breaths here. Is that a half butterfly? But great top pressure and control by Saul there. Nice little almost passes. But
he tried to take the bait.
Long legs. Pass. Yeah, long legs by Mozafari, who's finds himself on his back again for most of this round already. Less than a minute left. Good top control, and now Mozafari's controlling the arms here. Saul's trying to shake him loose by slamming him a little bit. Listening to his corner, telling him to stuff his face in the fence, which he does. Right in front of us here. Ref having a look here. Oh. Mozafari thinking of an arm from the bottom here. Final 10 seconds. Second round.
I think Mozafari's talking a little trash on bottom.
Is he? Similar?
I think so. I think I saw him talking there on bottom.
Yeah, I think I heard something here.
He's talking to his corner.
They're just right in front of me here.
That's funny. Nice. Good second round by
Calvari. Calvari.
You can see Dan here upset in his corner, screaming at him.
He looks very upset.
What are you doing? He's like, you can't just accept that position. Like, that's going to be more the same if you just lay on your back.
Yeah, we see the corner cam of Calvari here, but what's going on in the other corner is Dan Kajic is reading the riot act. But let's go to the Calvari corner.
Okay, when you get that half guard position, fucking get that head anchor and fucking drive his face down to the mat, okay? Cut through so you can fucking get to a good position. Okay, they're gonna look to stand you up this round because of the inactivity, so keep constant shit going. Yeah. Especially when he's locking up that body triangle, you can't get the fuck up. Okay?
All right, brother. Hit him hard with the right hand, stay low.
All right, we're here for round number 3. And good advice from Jamie Siraj to Calvari. He said, listen, they're going to look to stand you up in this round for inactivity.
Yeah, that's great advice.
And you will see that referees do as the fight goes on. If it's a lot on the ground, they will more in that third final round look to stand up?
If I'm Mosafari, I'm coming out firing strikes right away.
You got it.
I mean, throw like a teep kick up the middle. You can't throw flying knees, obviously, so throw a nice teep kick up the middle or like a nice snap kick, something of that sort.
You just got to get off the line. I mean, he's expecting that. Oh, is it arm? Something's wrong with his arm. Oh, is it? Uh-oh.
Doctor's looking at his right arm right now.
How did he catch that? Ooh, ooh. Oh, the doctor's subbing him out. It's Kimura.
Yeah, right. Wrist lock.
Did something pop in that elbow?
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
and here's the thing, too, is it's amateur.
It is amateur.
It's like
if you're hurt.
If you're not getting paid, if there's an injury, just live to fight another day.
Oh, man.
I know that as a fighter, your pride is not going to want you to do that. But for him,
it's hard to throw.
The doctor's going to let him go.
Well, that's good.
It's hard to throw in the towel.
All right. And by all means, I'm not saying that Mosafari should have been like, I've done my elbow. But
totally.
If the doctor stops it, don't be upset with the decision.
And we're going to watch that right arm of Mosafari here in this round. See if he can throw. See what he's got in it.
I think he kind of posted on it weird when he got taken down in round 2. I saw him kind of extend his arm, and I almost, when he was going down, was worried that maybe he was going to. You know what happens when a fighter's getting taken down and posts their arm.
Oh yeah, we've seen some nasty injuries in this cage before.
Yeah.
We know the game plan here. Nice little trip by Saul. Good job.
Looking for the
and he gets it again. Very nice work. And now he's in actually a better position here.
Nice body lock pass.
Yeah, now he's on the side here. And he's going to try to smash pass or control.
If I was him, I would try to slide my left leg in to get to like a 3/4 mount, like staple the leg down, keep his hips turned away, trap the wrist, and start to land some ground and pound to the belly, obviously, because it's amateur.
Totally. He could maybe get to mount here. Sneak around on top. See if he gets a posture up, maybe do a little bit more damage this round.
You notice for those few seconds that they were standing, though, he didn't throw the right hand.
Yeah,
he threw everything else.
Yeah.
He threw the left, he threw a couple of kicks, but he did not throw the right hand.
Nope.
Okay. Side control here.
Yes, good.
Let's see if he's able to defend with that right arm or if it's an agony here. It's a tough spot to be if you're on your back and you can only use one arm here, but he seems to be using it okay. But a little bit more aggression from Saul here on top this third round. Listening to his corner.
And we'll see if Jamie Siraj in Calvari's corner was right, and Mitch Cadillac, a referee, with a minute and 20 seconds left, if he wants to stand him up a little bit earlier. He stood them up in round 1, but that was only with about 10 seconds to go. Didn't stand them up in round 2. We'll see if he does it here in round 3 with, like I said, just over a minute to go.
Oh, Saul trying to get to his back here, but Mosafari thinking of getting his right arm.
He's got to get his chest on the tricep and extend with his back, not his arms.
Yeah, he can't. He doesn't quite have it there, but Saul wants to be patient with 1 minute left here. He's doing good. He doesn't want to be reckless and make sure he defends the arm. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, just a couple seconds ago, Mosafari that right arm was kind of just locked in tight and kind of in an awkward position. He looked right at me and he kind of grimaced like it was,
I kind of noticed that.
I mean, you could tell by how the ref was just touching it that it's obviously in pain, so something's up. But credit to him, stick in there. And he's going to try and go for a Hail Mary, maybe a triangle. And Saul finally, almost gets to the back, but nice roll. He's going to make sure he doesn't leave his legs back there. Couple shots from Saul on top. Nice top pressure. Up kick.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. This kicks by Saul, lets him up, and then there we have it. 3 rounds.
Yeah. You could see there that Ryan's pretty frustrated. He just.
Yeah, that wasn't his fight. You saw a great fight by Saul, man. Full domination.
Yeah, absolutely.
He did it. When you have a game plan and you execute it, you got to be happy with that. It's great.
Yeah. You got to stay within yourself, and he did a good job.
That's
of
his
doing
first win. His first. Now he's in the win column. Way to go.
It's a learning fight.
Yeah, 3 rounds of basically the same thing, guys. A takedown in the first 20 seconds, and
he called it.
Yeah,
rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can tell that elbow's definitely bugging him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. It's too bad.
Yeah, he's holding it right now. Yeah, you can see it right there on the screen. Something's going on with that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I'm sure that, Dane Kites is going to take Ryan back to the gym, and they're going to probably train some takedown defense.
Yeah, it's all a learning experience, these first couple fights, but it feels nice to get that first win.
I'll show you how to do it, though. I know how to do it without.
Let's go.
Disappointed doesn't have the fire there.
We're just waiting for the judges to render their scorecards, make it all official. And the decision brought to you by Red One Media, Canada's top Indigenous media productions. Let's send it inside the cage. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, I have the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges have scored this fight 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, the fighter in the blue corner, Saul Calvary.
Nice.
And we were talking a little bit about, Mike, you were talking about the amateur rules in Washington State where, you know, you kind of came from. And interesting up here, we have the ground and pound of the head and a few other novice, because amateurs split into 2 kind of novice and advanced amateur.
They added those because that didn't exist when I was fighting.
Yeah, because they added those back when British Columbia established a full-on athletic commission, because before that it was just up to each city, and they had their own athletic commission with their own you know, that's where Battlefield started, and in amateur you could ground and pound the head.
When we were fighting on the island, that was not a thing.
Yeah, so about 10 years ago they established the Provincial Athletic Commission. All right, next fight. And this is Michael Say and Roman Tassoni.
Yeah,
and we see Michael Say.
Michael Say, you know, from what I found on the guy, he's a fast starter, and he really likes, he's got a love for his hands. He primarily leans on his boxing, and he's not afraid to get into the pocket and trade, and said he had a good camp. It was tough, and he trained with a lot of high-level guys, and that's always going to be great. When you have high-level bodies, you can see Tristan Conley in the corner. I mean, that's probably a big staple to his training camp.
Oh, yeah.
You want to find a way to level up to the level that your training partners are at, and there's no better way to prepare for a fight than to kind of be to have better guys in the room. So big asset for him, and this is his first time. He's training MMA for 3 full years. He's got a lot of good things going for him in this fight.
Yeah, should be a good one.
Yeah.
He last fought at BFL 78, so just a few months ago, where he won a unanimous decision over Val Sit, who we're going to see later on YouTube, much later on YouTube, after the main card. We've got a couple more prelims after the main card coming up. Val Sit is one of the fighters, a loss to this man right here, Michael Say.
Said he's excited for this matchup because he thinks his opponent's going to want to get out there and train, and that's just right in his wheelhouse. Like I said, he likes to lean on his boxing. He's not afraid to get in the pocket, throw big punches, and he thinks his opponent's going to be willing to do, as Strickland would say, the man dance tonight.
Yeah. It's a pretty fair assumption knowing his opponent has coming off 2 TKO finishes, and he loves to throw hands. So
yeah, and he's promising a pretty high-paced first round. He wants to really go. He's not going to hold back here for the first minute or anything. He says he's just going to go.
He says he trusts his conditioning. He's just got to be more patient. And then here's his opponent here, Roman Tassoni, making his 3rd BFL appearance. As we said, first 2, he had a first-round TKO finish, and then he had a second-round TKO finish, and then now he's going to look to make it 3 and keep that momentum going and put his opponent's lights out. He said he had a really, really good camp. You know, he's been trying to work on his wall wrestling he's training out of Lions MMA, as you say. He's always been an athlete. He's been training for 8 years now, and he's been putting a lot of work into his wrestling, and he's excited to be able to implement that, because now, as his 3rd fight, he can finally implement that ground and pound we've been talking about, because when you like to throw hands and you can't throw to the head on the ground, like as a fighter, I mean, that just sucks, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And he just knows a little bit of his opponent, knows he fought his teammate before, so he's got a little bit of history. He likes to come forward as well, so this should be a perfect matchup in styles. He respects him, but he ain't scared of no one. And, you know, he learned from his last fight to take his time a little bit, stay calm, pick his moment. Every fight is different, but he's saying make sure to watch, because he's looking to knock him out in the first round this time. And should be an exciting fight.
Transition from soccer.
Yeah.
Interesting to see if he can start throwing some kicks.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. He definitely know he loves to throw hands. He's been, despite some pretty crisp, heavy boxing, heavy-handed. But interesting to see if he's gonna add some kicks in there, but you know, like you said, going back to the well, whatever works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right, let's check out the BFL odds here. Brought to you by WPT Global. Tassoni has the edge in striking. It is Say with the edge in submissions. Wrestling even. Grit to Say. All right, let's get the fighters introduced. Inside the cage we go. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is in the BFL lightweight division, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. This man has a record of 1 win, 1 loss. Making his second appearance inside the BFL cage. Training under Dennis Kang at Pinnacle MMA in Richmond, BC. Here is Michael Say. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner. This man has a record of 2 wins, no losses. Making his third appearance inside the BFL cage. Representing Lines MMA in Vancouver, BC. Here is Roman Tatsoni. And your man in charge of the action is Saul Ram.
All right, Saul Ram is our referee. This one's scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. It is once our last novice amateur fight of the night. It is Michael Say. He is in the black. Tassoni, he is in the camouflage. And I was going to say Tassoni, he's only got a couple fights under his belt, but he's got that stare of a seasoned fighter.
Oh, yeah. He really does. Well, he's been training for 8 years, which surprises me that he's still a novice amateur. There's Tristan Connolly walking by. I wonder how long till he starts sweating. I remember last show, he was
man,
sweat.
I'm sure we'll see him in the main event screaming up a storm here.
He's all over the place.
Oh, fake overhand there. Both guys in the
nice
middle.
Sweeping lead hook.
Oh, nice. There's that kick. There
it is.
Soccer skills coming in handy here.
And that's good when you got a guy that leans on his boxing and really runs with a tight, high guard. There's no better way to beat up the arms than to just start blasting with
that
kicks.
was a nice kick there. Oh, nice straight.
Yeah, some power from Tassoni early in the first round.
Looks comfortable there, light on his feet. Oh, and slips. Oh, nice uppercut by Michael. Nice. Good job by Tassoni getting back up here. Good defensive boxing here. You can see he's coming forward trying to get in that pocket. Nice job mixing in some kicks there. He added
that kick really
he added that to the toolbox.
Yeah.
Nice hook by Michael. Both guys, as advertised, willing to engage here. Both looking good on the feet. Inside leg kick by Mike.
Roman Tassoni read the book on how to be a southpaw against a righty one-on-one. He's doing a good job
he looks good.
using the lead hook to step outside.
I like his defense
landing the lead left kick.
And nice defense there, from Tassoni. And a kick to the body from Tassoni as he moves forward.
He's doing a good job staying outside the lead foot.
Oh, nice.
That's the best way to avoid the power when you're fighting that open stance is to stay outside that lead foot.
Nice little bob and weave there with Tassoni. Both guys mixing it up nicely with the...
Yeah, both these fighters do not look they've only had 2 fights in amateur.
They look very, but that's Canadian MMA. I've said it all the time. You just don't know what you're getting into when you're fighting these guys in Canada. They're so polished. The gyms up here are good. And I'm not just saying this to them on the broadcast. I've been saying it for years. I'd like to think I'm a well-educated man when it comes to mixed martial arts.
Yeah, you wouldn't lie to us.
No.
Oh, nice uppercut there. Nice knee by Michael. Oh, nice combination by Michael.
Yeah, Michael keeping his promise, saying he was going to go all out here in the first round.
Both guys.
Yeah, both guys are doing it.
Knee.
Yeah, the knee from Say.
I really
very
like the
composed
volume.
in there.
I like the volume punching from Michael Say. Really putting together some good volume, some good combinations.
And notice how Tassoni's staying calm there in defense, even in the fire here. Both guys look very composed.
And those kicks to the body that Say is blocking, they're still doing damage. Those hurt the arms that are blocking them. There's a lot of power there.
Yeah, nice combination.
Even if he just kicked the arms. I mean, Elias Theodorou broke a guy's arm just from the guy blocking kicks. You just start throwing kicks, your arms can only hold up for so long. But I think that the kicks are coming at the expense of the gas tank right now because it looks like Michael Say still has a lot more of the life bar.
Oh yeah, he looks very comfortable on the feet. They're landing some nice combinations.
And it doesn't look like he's going to tire out anytime soon. Whereas Roman looks like he's already kind of starting to slow down a little bit.
Final 10 seconds here, an eventful round number 1.
That was a nice knee that landed there. Lead hook. Let's see a lot more volume by Michael there.
Yeah, he's putting some good volume together, mixing it up to the body, to the head. It's a good way to open up the defense and open up the guard of your opponent.
All right, let's listen to the Quarter Cam brought to you by Rocket Cowboy Clothing Company because it's better to stand out than fit in.
throwing and he's covering up. Land those shots, but set your feet, and when he backs up, follow him with the 1-1-2. Okay, Mike? You keep circling into his power side. Keep pushing his lead. Okay. Pop the water before he goes. I will. We're giving him too many freebies. Okay. I need you to keep serving to his lead side, so you can set yours. Okay. He keeps dipping his head. Okay.
Remember, the flurries are going to come, right?
All right, so there you hear the corner of Michael Say.
Don't forget that breathe. Big breath. Come on, give me big breath.
Guys,
give
I'm
me
rolling.
big breath. Come on, give me
Round
Yeah, that was awesome.
big breath. Come on.
Very
let's
high
go.
output.
It's
Both
gonna
guys
come. It's
mixing
gonna
good
come.
nice with punches and kicks. Both guys coming forward. I don't think either one of them really took a step back there. I think, good defense by Roman, but he's going to want to try and be a little bit more offensive because in terms of volume there, the output and the shots landed or even blocked, definitely higher output by Michael, I would say.
Yeah, I think Roman, if he really wants to land that body kick, he's got to go up high with it and try to bring the hands up of Michael Say to open up that guard.
It looks like Roman maybe has a little bit of advantage. Oh, same slip as we saw in the first there, but good job getting back to his feet.
Defense from Michael Say. Look at the volume punching.
Yeah.
Even you saw in the closing moments of the first round, he did a good job just putting an exclamation mark on his combinations with that nice body shot.
Yeah, and Mike, you were kind of right. You said those kind of overhand rights look just a little less, precision, and Tassone might be getting a little tired here.
I think his style's a little laborious. The kick, you can tell he's trying to force the speed. The speed's not there naturally. He kicks hard, but he's trying to get it in there fast. It's coming at the expense of
almost
his
gets the
gas
trick.
tank.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit more of a power puncher, and the speed and output of nice shots.
A couple of elbows
there
from Tassone.
I think the speed and output is surprising him a little bit. He wasn't expecting him to come forward like that, be able to land.
Yeah, Michael Say's game.
Oh yeah, he's coming forward. But Tassone's always just one shot away from putting your lights out.
Yeah, and we're a minute in here now to round number 2.
Oh,
Big right hand from Tassone.
Oh man, what
And
a
that's
shot!
it, Saul
That's
Red.
it.
He clipped him with the check hook.
There's the shot. What?
Wait a sec.
What? Did you stop the fight?
Oh, yes, because he was on the ground and he got a shot in, and that is not allowed.
All right, Jesus, I
in
forgot about
novice
that.
amateur rules.
wanna-
So that's why he didn't stop the fight, and he's letting Say recover now.
As he should.
He couldn't finish the fight on the ground.
He got excited there. Forgot about
He
that.
did, yes.
Annoying
Yeah.
rule.
Right.
That ain't fighting.
And it's funny, we've been talking, through the first 3 fights about the novice amateur rules and no ground and pound. So you can't hit a down opponent to the head, and therefore, referee Saul Ram.
Wow, definitely.
A good non-stoppage there.
Take a point too.
Thank God he didn't finish him with that second shot on the ground there. But nice work by Michael to get back on the horse, back to the volume there. But nice power. Man, what a shot. Nice body kick.
Body kick shaking it off.
Man, these guys are going. What a fight.
Now Michael Say's got to get some head movement in there.
Oh, nice shots by Rowan, man, finding his group.
Because he's not moving his head.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Roman feeling a bit more comfortable on the feet there, finding a home. Oh, man, nice flurry by Michael there.
Nice lead right hand.
Nice speed and accuracy.
A lot of speed and accuracy from Say, who's the fresher fighter. The power, though, of Tassone.
Oh, he's on full display with the shot that he dropped Michael Say with. I mean, it was a beautiful check hook.
Roman, nice uppercut.
Yeah.
Nice. Shot to the body. Oh, there it is.
That's it. It's over. Wow.
My goodness.
Holy
There's
smoke.
the shot he was looking for.
Wow.
That overhead we're talking about.
Wow.
Another knockout finish for Roman Tassone.
Holy
Weathers
smokes.
a storm of strikes to get the knockout blow in the second round.
The power was there.
Wow, he was waiting for it. I mean, he had to be patient. He took a lot of shots, but you got to give it to him. He had great durability, nice defense, patience, and then, man, he found that opening once, and then he found it again.
All right, let's check out the replay here.
You can see here, lands a nice left kick. And what he was doing is Michael Say would start to get his combinations off. And right when he would stop throwing, that's when he would time the counter shot. So he wouldn't go punch for punch to them. He'd kind of wait for him to stop throwing his combinations. But you can see here, boom! Right when he stopped with the combination, he landed beautiful.
So that was the first
that was
one.
the first one.
That was the first one. And unfortunately, after he stopped, Say throwing his punches, his hands go way down.
Yep. And then this is the beginning of the end right here.
Beautiful check hook.
See right here, look, they go punch or punch, boom.
Yeah.
Just lands a beautiful Right
Clean.
hook.
Man.
That was right on the button.
Heavy-handed as advertised, man.
Wow.
Another one in the books. That's 3 in a
Speed
row.
versus power, and power prevailed.
Yeah, that was nice. Nice, and that was.
There you go. And it just when it looked like Sony was kind of fading a little bit, he lands those 2 big shots.
Yeah, and at 3-0, I mean, this guy needs to, for as long as he's been training and the way that he performs tonight, I think he should start really thinking about stepping up in the rankings, going up to, I mean, I'm going to say it now, going pro.
You're going pro, and this guy's never had a fight where he could actually do ground and pound.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's where.
Imagine if he could.
Yeah, exactly.
That fight
All
would
right.
be done.
Let's make it all official. Inside the cage we go. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Saul Ram is called for a stoppage at 2:16 of the second round. For your winner, by knockout, the fighter in the red corner, Roman Tassoni.
All right, the official decision brought to you by Red One Media, Canada's top indigenous media productions. And there he is, Roman Tassoni. Oh my gosh, there is power in those hands.
Yeah, what a finish.
That was just a very, very exciting fight. That was high level.
Yeah,
that was a very high level striking match.
Very impressive. I think Michael just got a bit too comfortable because he was landing a lot, and then he didn't respect the power because he just got that close, and he was landing so much he got confident, and then Roman does what he does and just found that chin. He found it once, and he's like, okay, I know where it is now, and then did it again. Did it beautifully.
All right, gentlemen, next one is for a title.
All right.
For the amateur 160 pounds, so a catchweight title. 160 pounds. Max Tamel taking on Derek Bergen, and there is Max Tamel.
Yeah, making his 3rd BFL appearance. He had a great camp. He said, he's starting to feel it. He's starting to find his groove. He's feeling pretty good. 24 years of age, training for like 6 years now. And he's working on setting like tricks and traps defensively to counter. You know that you've been training a while when you start trying to set traps and think not only on the offense but also defensively and setting traps. That's when you know your game's starting to round out. He's feeling pretty good. Training on Martial Arts Unlimited in Van Island, BJJ. And he says, he's quite patient. He has a lot of feints, a lot of shots. He's good in the grappling, and he likes to improving position, and he gives no inches. So we expect him to also come very forward. And, I asked him what he thought about his opponent. He said he looks tough, not really worried about it. He says his fighting style's a little bit weird. He says he feels better than him everywhere. He may be a strong athlete, but it might take him a while to figure him out. But his fight IQ is much better, and he's gonna do what he does. He predicts. He doesn't like predictions. Doesn't want to jinx it, but he says he may look for him to finish. TKO him with low kicks. That is oddly specific, so look for him to throw some kicks. And yeah, he's been doing karate since he was 9 years old, and he's a BJJ purple belt.
Yeah, and he's the number 2 ranked BFL amateur lightweight, and he's coming off a win. He fought just a few months ago. A lot of these guys, both fighters in this fight, both fought at PFL 78. So just a few months ago, Max came off a win over Bernie Liu. That was a 2nd round rear naked choke. We'll see if he goes to that move again.
Yeah, we'll see. Finding his groove. A lot of active fighters. A lot of guys fought in BFL 78. A lot of great fights, good matchups on the card here. Let's see if Max can keep that momentum going with another victory here tonight.
And guys, just for one more second here. Wow, that last fight.
What a finish.
I'm still buzzing about it. That was a great.
That was right in front of us, too.
That was high-level mixed martial
flatline.
arts. That was great.
I mean, that's a tough act to follow. I mean, that's a fight of the night kind of fight.
Yeah, well, the night is young.
And the night is young.
We got a lot of good fights on the docket.
I mean, hey, if they can all be that good. All right, here comes Derek Bergen.
Rockin' that mullet.
Yes, you know me, I love my mullets. And for Derek Bergen, he the one thing he knew headed into this fight is he needs to be more defensive. He needs to work on, he knows he can take a shot, but he needs to focus on just not absorbing that kind of damage. Because from what I saw and the things I've looked when I looked him up is he can be a little defensively irresponsible at times. Sometimes he can reach for kicks. Sometimes he leaves his chin in the air a little bit. But nonetheless, he's got great skills. He does a good job working behind the jab, and he does a good job finding entries to the back, hitting go behind. So whether it's slipping into an opponent's punch and slipping and getting to the back, or shooting a takedown and crawling up the body to where he can get to the back, he just has a knack for being able to get to that position. And I think that's going to be a good asset for him headed into this fight. So I think that if he can focus on the clinch takedowns, being more defensively responsible and working behind that jab, I think that's a perfect recipe to have success in this fight.
That is funny. So Max won his last fight at BFL 78 with a rear naked choke. Derek won his last fight at BFL 78 with, guess what? A rear naked choke. That was against Abdullah El Hafnawi.
Oh, right. That was a good fight.
That was a great fight.
Yeah. That's another great matchup. This one, even go. We'll see the odds up in a second, but it should be pretty close.
Yeah, I would assume so. This is a very evenly matched matchup for sure. Hence the reason why there's a title on the line.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Title time, baby. A lot more of those coming tonight also.
Max Tamel, the number 2 ranked Battlefield amateur lightweight. Derek Bergen, the number 1 ranked Battlefield amateur lightweight. But rather than lightweight, they are going to contest this at 160 pounds. All right, let's check out the BFL odds brought to you by WPT Global. Make WPT Global your online poker home and get 100% deposit match bonus plus $10 of free slot spins when using the code BFL. All right, Mel is the favorite at -142. He's got the edge in striking. Submissions go to Bergen. Wrestling is even. Grit to Tamel. All right, let's get these fighters introduced. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is for the vacant BFL Amateur 160-pound championship, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. This man has a record of 3 wins, 1 loss, making his 3rd appearance inside the BFL cage. Representing Martial Arts Unlimited in Victoria, BC, he is your current number 2 ranked BFL lightweight fighter. Here is Max Tamel. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner. This man has a record of 3 wins, 2 losses, making his 4th appearance inside the BFL cage. Representing Revolution Martial Arts and Fitness in Langley, BC, he is your current number 1 ranked BFL amateur lightweight fighter. Here is Derek Bergen. And your man in charge of the action is Mitch Cadlick.
All right, gentlemen, I want you to protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times, come out fighting clean, fight fair. You may touch gloves now if you wish. Head back to your corner.
All right, Mitch Cadillac, the referee for this 160-pound amateur title fight. It is Max Tamel in the black with the slightly longer shorts than Derek Bergen, who was also wearing black. Bergen in the red corner, Tamel in the blue. We are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Good low kick to start things off from Tamel.
And there's Bergen going back to reaching for low kicks. Got to be careful doing that. He talks about wanting to be more defensively responsible, and reaching for low kicks is not the way to do it.
Oh, nice. Check that one.
That was good. I like that. Sharp jab to the body.
A couple of long, lean fighters. Tamel probably with the
and he catches the kick and sweeps him. Well done.
That was a picture-perfect
textbook.
Yeah. Catch, kick, sweep. That was beautiful. And he passes right to mount.
Right away. Oh, almost. Wow. This is good for Bergen.
Looks like he's trying to smash pass. Wanted to get his opponent's shoulder blades to the mat.
Good job by Tamel, though, getting his knee back in there. Controlling the wrist there, creating some space. He's going to opt to maybe use the cage to get back up to his feet. Using his legs well. Both guys long, lanky legs.
I saw Max was using that knee shield for a second. That's not a habit you want to create, because that knee shield, it's a good...
Oh, up kick lands. Oh, man, that was solid.
Nice trap on the
you
triangle.
saw Bergen's head just
stunned him
snap
for
back.
a second and just snapped up that triangle. He may
might be
have it
rocked
here.
right now.
Oh, yeah, that was clean. clean up kick. He's got the triangle here. All he's got to do is put that arm across and should be out. He's going to go for the other arm maybe.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's tight.
That's really tight.
Beauty.
He should just stay
And
there.
there's the tap.
Oh,
There's the tap.
wow.
Max Tamel.
Wow.
A first
Sick
round
finish.
submission.
Slick Rick up in here.
And guys, you know what? That up kick
Was clean.
really, I think, led to that
Oh,
that
100%.
finish because he got the triangle right away.
Very frustrated as Burden. He knows that was a split-second mistake and it cost him the fight. Very frustrated. But you'll see in the replay here, just the one clean up kick, stunned him for a second, and those long legs, he was able to shoot his hips up, wrap it up, and then wrap up the diamond and just lock it up.
Make sure you got this. Brennan Jolly.
All right, let's have a look at the
great jiu-jitsu instructor.
quick finish to this
He's also
fight as
my dad,
Tamel's talking to the
and I love
camera
him
there.
very, very much.
Okay, we didn't see the up kick there. It had already happened, I
Oh,
believe.
that's right after there, and then he locked it up,
Please,
and then
get
he
to
just
working
had
on
it
Brennan.
secure with those long limbs. He knows he had it. He was actually thinking of threatening the far arm there, but first forced to tap was Bergen there. Very frustrated in defeat because he was doing good up until that up kick. Hopefully we get to see that replay. That was fast.
He did a good job underhooking the leg right there
Yeah.
and getting the angle.
Nice. Yeah,
that's
he
the
had him-
one detail that a lot of people forget to do when they go for the triangle. They just want to latch onto the head, not necessarily to control the posture, but try to get the choke from just pulling the head down. But you can tell this kid's, he's a savant on the
got
ground
him
because he
wrapped up
underhooked
everywhere.
the leg and was able to get the angle, and
Yeah.
that's what got the tap.
He had literally nowhere to go. Everything was wrapped up.
All right, let's make it all official. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mitch Cadlick has called for a stoppage at 1 minute, 34 seconds of the very first round. For your winner by tap out due to triangle, and your new BFL amateur 160-pound champion, Max Tamel.
All right, there you go. Max Tamel, the winner, and he's wearing a title belt. All right, we're going to go backstage right now. Our man backstage, Darcy McBride. He is ready with a fighter just coming up, Brandon Briglio. Darcy McBride, take it away.
Darcy McBride here live at Battlefield Fight League 79. The action is happening behind us, and I've quickly caught up with Brandon Briglio. Brandon, tonight, catchweight fight at 130 pounds, up to bantamweight, down to flyweight. What does the future hold after tonight's said and done?
We'll see how it plays out, but I'm always open for up or down. Whoever signs the contract, I'm ready to go.
We saw shaved heads, we saw towels, we saw everything yesterday for the weight cuts. Explain a little bit about how that cut was for you. Was that part of the plan just for fun? Did that help you make that weight? What was the deal yesterday?
Definitely didn't help me make the weight, but I was planning on buzzing my hair anyway, so I mean it worked out, so why not?
What do the fans on Fight Pass and YouTube have to look forward tonight?
I'm looking for a nice finish, whether it comes in the first or third, but hopefully it's a war. I want to grind it out, so we'll see how that plays out.
Brandon Briglio, you got it right here. Battlefield Fight League 79, Darcy McBride, back to live action. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Intra featherweight champion of the world, Maxime Susi.
Extensive background, as you mentioned, in acute karate. He's been training for many, many years.
I am the BFL champion. I've been doing martial art all my life. I'm gonna win this fight against Ravi Silva. Then after that, I'm gonna get to the UFC.
Yeah, I'm ready for everything he has. For me, he's coming in with a huge unknown. He has no idea what my striking is like, and it's definitely one of the parts of my games that's the hardest to deal with.
Ladley, Snake Eyes, the
Very, very tricky there. You don't know what to expect.
I'm looking to run right through him. I'm not looking at the belt. I'm looking at the next goal, which is to make it to the UFC.
Amateurs, now it is time to see the pros.
That is
all of the
right.
fights left on the undercard here, they're all pro fights, starting with Gerardo Aguillon versus Aso Palani. And this is Gerardo making his way to the cage.
Yeah, you can see we have a bunch of fighters coming in from Mexico making their BFL debut. You can tell by the music here, a little change of beat. And yeah, you gotta respect the heart of Mexican fighters, and we're gonna see many. I think seven. We have seven Mexican fighters. on the card
Seven,
tonight.
and the next four all feature a Mexican fighter.
Should be exciting. They're very excited to be here. Put their skills on display here in the BFL cage.
Absolutely, and so at this point now we're going to introduce something a little bit different. we're giving out bonuses from now till the end of the night for different kinds of finishes. So for Gerardo, his finish bonus, so it's just something to kind of watch and see if he goes for it. It's a straight ankle lock. If he gets a finish by straight ankle lock, it's worth $1,000.
Nice. Well, hope he gets it.
Pocket a little bando. That works out nicely if he can make that happen.
His last fight was in July, I believe it was in Mexico. Lost a second round in the second round to a rear naked choke. He's going to be looking to bounce back from that. This, of course, is his Battlefield debut.
Absolutely. He's excited to be here. He gets greased up by Big Rich.
Back to the bonuses. So every bonus that we're going to see is a cash bonus, except for one later tonight on the main card. Gio Platon will be fighting. And if he gets his finishing move, I can't remember off the top of my head what it is right now. When he comes out, we'll know it. But he will get a shot at the title if he gets. That's going to be his bonus.
Wow.
It's the only non-cash bonus.
And that'll be the winner of Ali Wasuk and Ty Wilson.
Right. What a bonus.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, if Gio wins, in under 45 seconds, he gets a title shot against the winner of tonight's feature bout.
And Gerardo is in the cage now.
Dancing it up, feeling good.
We got a little Mexico feel. And here comes his opponent, Aso Palane, fighting out of Universal. Sorry.
This is Adam Posner.
No, this is Aso Palane. Oh, this is Adam Posner.
Oh, we got a little slight mix-up here. Adam Posner.
Maybe Posner's behind him?
Well, it's definitely him, right? So he's the #1 amateur welterweight in Canada, making his pro debut tonight. And his goal was always to have, I asked him what made him go pro, and he's like, his goal was always to win 4 or 5 as an amateur and go pro. So there's no need to have 10 to 20 amateur fights, and here he is. He's only age 19, the BJJ purple belt, training out of his father's gym at Posers MMA and our on-guard BJJ as well as Universal MMA. And man, this kid knows his stuff. Beaming of confidence. Last time, oh man, we have a mix-up of fighter.
There's a little confusion.
It was supposed to be Aso.
Yeah.
He's walked out early. That is a first.
That is the first time we've ever seen that, so we were confused.
He's so
also Polani. That's not the guy.
He's so excited. He's so excited to make his BFL debut that he came out early. All right, scratch
his pro
that.
debut for Adam. So
Adam
comes
that's not my opponent. He's like, what the heck is that?
That's not my opponent. So that's not him. They've tricked me. Were they even the same weight class?
And you know what? That's got to be tough for both fighters.
Yeah.
For both Adam
funny.
and Aso Palane. And also to Gerardo now, who's got to wait a few extra minutes.
Well, that's actually good for him. He can, collect himself, gather his nerves. His manager's like, what the heck? That is hilarious.
We were all pretty flustered back there, like, what the heck is going on? If there's a curveball, we need to know about it.
Oh, because I don't know. I've never met
Or
this.
would you call it a curveball or would you call it a changeup? I call it a changeup.
That's a curveball.
I'd call it the wrong batter came to the plate.
That's hilarious because I don't recognize the Mexican fighter. It could have been the other one. I don't know any better, but that is quite the mix.
So there we go. So for those of you watching on YouTube, forgive us. We're going to get things straightened out here. Aso Palane is going to join us in the cage, hopefully very soon.
Hopefully he's warm.
That's funny.
And Adam Posner, I think I see him going back up the stairs now.
Yep.
So he's going to return to the back and maybe warm up a little bit more.
Maybe we should give a shout out to our sponsors right now. This would be a good time for that.
Oh, that's
well.
funny.
Let me tell you. So this is one of the first Mexican fighters, and so we are going to go to the corners.
Yeah.
And we're going to listen to the quarter camp. Now, you're not going to hear Gerardo's coaches. You're going to hear a translator. Our translator tonight is Ana Godinez, and she is the sister of a former BFL fighter, Lupito Godinez, who is now a top 10 ranked fighter in the UFC.
Superstar.
Yes, and Anna, our translator, she's a national level wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
She knows what she's talking about.
Absolutely. It should be cool to get the translation between rounds. They're doing something different here tonight. We got so much Spanish in the house, and that's also going to happen. We have a couple French fighters, and we're going to have some French translations as well.
Are you going to do some French translation for us?
I offered, but they got somebody else to do it because I guess it's a different position or whatever.
Hit the fans with a quick French line real quick. Give us a little dialect here.
Ça se voit que ça se passe dans la cage au BFL. Let's go! I'm like, the French is in me, baby. I love it. In the main event, we got, my French. We got TriStar versus here. Like, I'm a mix between both. So, I mean, I love both guys. I love both camps. I just love the sport of MMA, and a lot of amazing fighters coming out of the East Coast as well. A lot of East versus West tonight. We got some Mexico, we got some France, we got a little bit of everything. And here's the man, Aso Polani. Where was he? He was hiding in the back, and he's also making his BFL debut, and he's also very, very excited. This guy is a wrestling star, man. I've heard some guys, Mitch Trezella, we're going to see walk out, train with him, said he's the best. He's an unreal wrestler. So look for him to take his opponent down and do what he wants with him there. But he says he's been working on his striking, boxing fundamentals as well as kickboxing, and mixing things up with his wrestling, because his wrestling base is out of this world. He's been training out of Universal MMA, Bisla Boxing, and yeah, man, you can look for him to, he said, all I gotta do is be patient, the shot will be there, no matter what. It doesn't matter what his opponent do when you have that kind of confidence. As we've seen by Naveed Zingani as well, when you're that confident, your shot's that quick, it's gonna happen. So look for him to take the fight down. He used to wrestle. He was on the national team for 15 years as a wrestler, competing internationally. I asked him what made him want to go pro. He's like, I was just looking for something to do new during COVID. I ran into Bibiano Fernandez, trained for a little bit. One thing led to another, and his training partners convinced him to fight. He's like, hey, you're pretty good. You should get in there. And here we are tonight. As I mentioned, making his pro debut, international wrestling experience. So look for him to take the ground to the mat, and it'll be interesting to see what he can do there.
Yeah, and I'm just sure that Gerardo's just happy that the right guy is now here.
He was so confused, like, that's not the guy. No one said way.
I don't know who I'd rather fight more, Aso Polani or Adam Poser.
Yeah, they're both pretty scary
tough
dudes.
out regardless, but I mean, when you look at Aso Polani, I mean, 15 years on the national team, that's impressive. And when you talk about using the wrestling for mixed martial arts, there's no better way to use wrestling than to use it as a segue to open up your striking. You get one takedown, the guy gets back up, you start feint takedowns and coming over the top of the punches. Really opens up a lot of good opportunities to get the stand-up offense going.
And so just so you know, the finish bonus for Aso Polani, and it's wrestling, it's a KO by body slam, $1,000. All right, let's check out the BFL odds brought to you by WPT Global. Polani, a pretty big favorite at -300. Aguillon, the striking advantage, submissions to Polani, wrestling big time to Polani, grit to Aguillon. So we will see how it all plays out, guys. All right, let's get the fighters introduced. Let's head inside the cage to our cage announcer, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is in the BFL Bantamweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. This man has a professional record of 1 win, 1 loss. Making his first appearance inside the BFL cage, representing Combat Club in Querétaro, Mexico. Please welcome Gerardo Aguillon. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner. This wrestling standout is making his long-awaited BFL and professional MMA debut, representing Universal MMA in North Vancouver, BC. Here is Aso Polani. And your man in charge of the action is Saul Ram.
All right, Saul Ram is our referee for this bantamweight contest, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is Aguillon. He is in the red with gray and black. Polani, he is in the green and black. And I notice in Polani's corner, Dan Kajic and Ash Smash Mashregi, 2 guys that have fought right here in this battlefield cage.
Absolutely.
But now they're quartering. They're both in the same corner for Aso Polani.
How long before Polani gets a takedown? I want to take
Whenever
some
he wants. I think that would be.
It'd be interesting to see.
That'd be the adequate thing to say.
Yeah, as of making a pro debut, definitely doesn't look like he's inexperienced as he puts the stiff jab out there.
You can just tell right away by
his build, his ears.
His stance. Like, you can tell he's comfortable on the feet. That looks like a guy that's been putting his time in the boxing gym. He looks comfortable on the feet. He's working the jab.
And who knows, maybe his strategy is to test him out on the feet and see how that goes, and then if it doesn't go his way, then get the takedown. Want to show off his hands a little bit, switch it up, throw a curveball, as we just saw.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a right-handed southpaw like a lot of high-level wrestlers. Most wrestlers wrestle with their right leg lead. And a lot of wrestlers that transition to mixed martial arts like myself, I continue to be a southpaw because I'm so used to doing everything with my right leg in the front.
Right.
Now, is my wrestling pedigree remotely close to Asopolani's? Absolutely not. I'm just speaking in generalities.
Right. Oh, nice cross by Aguilan. You can see nice Polani starting to drop levels here, feint a little bit, keep his opponent guessing. It was interesting. I asked him what he learned from his last fight, and he's like, well, I fought a guy that was 6'2", so I learned how to fight a tall guy. Fought him for 5 rounds for a title fight as an amateur, so he's confident that he can hang with anybody, he can hang with strikers, and he says, I'll be on him for 15 minutes unless he quits sooner. So very confident as he lands a nice little lead hook there.
A little more of a chess match than
There it
we
is.
saw.
One shot.
As I say
Oh,
that,
yeah.
of course,
And he
now.
almost
Oh my God! Not only
shook when he slammed him against the fence. Holy crap!
Not only took him down, he picked him up and carried him
And
over.
slammed him because guess why? You know what? If he gets a knockout or body slam, he gets $1,000. Does Asopolani? That is his finishing bonus.
I think he just
tonight.
I just think he picked him up to bring him over
Hey,
to his
this
corner.
is Charlie in the truck. Do you hear me?
He made that look easy.
Hi, this is Charlie. I'm in the truck. How can you hear the Spanish corner now?
Asopolani looking to advance positions here.
Good
Would
top
be surprised to see him get to like a wrestling style ride, as you can see right here. Gets the Iowa ride, he hooks the ankle.
Iowa ride.
Yep, the Iowa ride. That's what we call it. When you hook that ankle, it's the Iowa ride. Now he's looking to transition to get his hooks in.
Thinking about it.
This is the toughest thing about fighting wrestlers is it's not necessarily the takedowns you have to fight off, it's how hard they can ride you. They'll make you keep weight on your hands, they'll keep you going forward. And it's just so hard to shake them when they can get to that position.
Oh man, I hate fighting wrestlers. It's so annoying. And how many people say that wrestling is the best base in MMA? How many champs in the UFC have been wrestling based, right? Like you can't deny it, right?
No, it's the best base for MMA.
I mean, again,
nice crack down, pipe down the head outside single. That was great. Now he's looking to
wrap the legs up.
Mermaid the legs, the Dagestani style.
If you could hear
maybe
me,
the Dagestani handcuff here. Works better if
just go ahead
your
and talk for
opponent's
us.
back is to the fence and they're almost in that sitting upright position with their legs straight out. But nonetheless, this will work for him. He can make any position on the ground work. This guy's such a dominant wrestler.
Just getting comfortable here, listening to his corner, progressing a little bit. He's controlling the legs, so Aguilan's be really tough for him to get up as he turns to the cage. He's got nowhere to go here.
And I think coach is reminding him that he can throw elbows.
Oh, yeah.
That left arm was in a great position to land a couple short elbows.
Yeah, this is pro. Go at her.
She's having problems. She's good.
Right in front.
Nice pass to mount.
Just over a minute and a half here to go in the first round.
See the base on this guy is just a ball of muscles. Those hips are going to be hard to get off you. Aguilan needs, that's what he needs to do, buck him off, but then unfortunately for him, he actually ends up giving his back here.
Yeah,
but Polani needs to get his hooks
too.
in there. You see, he needs to get his hooks in there a little bit faster. He's got the wrestling now, but he's got to follow that up with the jiu-jitsu, get those hooks in there. Or he might just pick him up and suplex him.
Aguilan got a little cheeky little fence grab in there.
Oh, yeah. Like I learned from Chris Lieben said once, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, right? The ref can't see it. Go for it.
Thinking about knees to the head here, just about. Frustrating for Aguilan here. He's like, oh, this guy trying to pick the ankle from the back.
Look to see him pipe that single again.
Oh, good defense by Aguilan.
If he can get his opponent between his
Oh,
legs
there he
between
goes.
his, he can pipe that single like he did.
Third
just
time's a
there.
charm there. He was trying to get the leg around, and the first two
Yeah.
times Aguilan did a good job defending it, but relentless is Polani to get it to the ground here.
And I like that hip position,
Oh,
really
yeah.
sealing off the space with that right hip.
Aguilan's in a tough spot here, doesn't quite know where to go from here.
Yeah, pick your poison.
The guy's that heavy on top there.
Oh, there you go.
Uh-oh.
He's doing a good job shielding off
the hooks.
Shielding off the hooks
Yeah.
from Asopolani.
Definitely.
But look at that. You can see the way that.
Oh, tries to throw him.
Yeah.
Nice thought, but that wasn't quite going to work.
Yeah. I don't know if you're going to throw Asopolani. That's a
National
tall
wrestler.
order.
Yeah.
That's a tall order.
It's a nice thought.
Asopolani's got a little cut.
All right, we're going to check out the corner cam brought to you by Rockin' Cowboy Clothing Company because it's better to stand out than fit in. Let's have a listen.
No.
Ok, bájale las manos, bájale las manos para que entre y para que tengas más chance de bloquearlo abajo. Aquí abajo las manos, que no te preocupen los golpes. Aquí abajo las manos para que entres por el derribe. Boxéalo, puro, no lo patees, boxéalo y me muevo. Estás trabajando bien. ¿Sí? Si tienes chance cuando estás abajo, que te estamos gritando, golpéalo.
No, I can't hear them.
Te encierras mucho en la...
Very, very faint.
Recuerda tus dos manos en un solo punto. No abres la mano por fuera. Y si te vas a parar, con tu brazo por dentro, para que no te tomen la espalda.
They're telling him that if he wants to stand up, he needs to put his hand.
All right, so if you spoke Spanish,
inside
then
and
you
then
could maybe
turn
understand
away.
that corner. I didn't hear the translator. Maybe the folks on YouTube at home did.
He was saying, stay on the feet, hit him in the face, don't let him take you down. When he takes you down, get back up.
All right, round number 2. Will it be a replica of round number 1? We see Polani's got a little cut over that.
Oh, right away he goes to the takedown. That
And
was
the takedown is
all
right
of 7 seconds, round 2. That did not take very long.
Does Polani have to try and do a little bit more damage from this top position? He didn't really try and, land anything.
Yeah.
I think it's tough.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, I think that Gerardo's he's pretty scrambly on the ground. He's making it tough for Aso to kind of settle into positions. But if I'm also Polani right now, I'm going to try to turn my opponent to where his head's against the fence, get my head above his, and that'll create an opening to do ground and pound and make my opponent belly out and give up his back.
Yeah, what I notice these wrestlers do, they just go chest to chest, so it's full control. And then, so it's control, but they can't really do much damage from there. So you're winning the round, so maybe that's part of the strategy. He did say he would be on him for 15 minutes, so he's holding true to his word so far. But it'd be nice to see him posture up a little bit, do a little bit more damage.
I couldn't agree with you more.
But that also gives the opportunity for his opponent to, squeeze in there, wiggle in there, and create some space, defense, get back up, right? So if that's their strategy, they're sticking to it. Can't blame them for that, but as a fan, we want damage. Heavy on top is Polani here, very comfortable here, not giving Aguilon any room.
You can hear Coach calling for some elbows. You can see him starting to kind of open up with some left hands there.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of control right now.
Aguilon using the cage to try and get back up here, but heavy on top is Polani, not giving any space. There we go.
This is a good position for him to start opening up some ground and pound.
Listening to his corner.
He could underhook with his right arm and start to dish out some left hands. But you can just tell he's in wrestle mode.
Oh,
and it's hard to turn that switch on and off when you're so young in your MMA career. You've spent your whole life wrestling. Now you're in a combat sport environment where it's hard to turn off that switch that's been flipped for so many years. He's just in wrestle mode, and
it's just natural.
Can you blame the guy? He's winning. It's at the end of the day. The win bonus is the win bonus pays more than being exciting.
Oh,
and
there you
losing.
go. A couple nice elbows. Yeah, I mean, it's what comes naturally. I've been doing it for so long, right? It's working. It's smooth. He's dominant. He's in no danger. Can't fault him for that. But as he evolves in an MMA career, he's going to learn to throw in a little bit more attacks, posture up, do some damage, threaten some submissions. So far, total domination on top by Polani. As he's taking directions from his corner, trying to do a bit more ground and pound here. Aguilon uses that opportunity to get back up to his knee, but his leg is trapped, and he ends up back on his butt as he's back against the cage. Oh, wow, look at those leg
now
control.
He should mermaid the legs right now. He should have body triangled the legs, because that would have opened up the opportunity to start landing some ground and pound. Tie up a wrist, get a wrist ride going.
Aguilon looking at the big screen.
You got a ways to go, bud.
Yeah.
When someone starts looking at the clock, they're in a bad spot. Whether they're winning or losing, even if a guy's winning and he looks up at the clock, a lot of times that's a signal of, I'm tired. I'm looking at the time. When's this going to end?
Who's not
ready
tired?
To clock out.
You know who's not tired? Is Polani's coach, Dan Kite, has just been nonstop yelling through this entire round instructions.
Fresh as a daisy.
I mean, it should be pretty.
Oh, nice elbows.
It should be obvious instruction. I would just be.
What would you tell him to do to get out of
telling
there?
him to just ground and pound. Get some ground and pound going. I mean, there's no threat of this guy getting up. He's not going to get away from you. So open up with ground and pound. It's going to give your opponent space to give up his back.
There, finally gets the hooks in there.
And
now
look at what created that back take. He started opening up with ground and pound.
There it is. This is better for Polani here.
Yeah, and he's got about 30
full
seconds to
mount
work
now.
with here.
Aguilan trying to get out of there.
30 seconds can be
Oh,
an
there we go.
eternity with a guy like this on your back.
Yeah, he does a good job there defending the hooks this time, but Polani's going to throw him down, control the legs, keep him there. He's just happy to just keep him on the mat, no matter what it is. Gets the one hook in. Got 15
now he's got to stretch him
left.
out. If I was him, I would stretch him out, arch in, get his opponent's belly down on the mat, and start raining ground and pound.
Tough round for Aguilan here. Now Polani's going to try and go for the choke here, but he might be saved by the bell.
And we talked about the ground and pound.
There it is, full mount to finish the round here.
Ooh,
nice finish there.
Close.
Polani really did start to do some damage there.
Yeah,
The second half
starting
of
to
that
open
round
up here.
really, it started to open it up.
But that's the thing is you posture up to give ground and pound. You give your opponent space to move, and what's the space that he's going to give him is more than likely going to make his opponent give up his back. So if I'm his coach, I'm saying just start throwing ground and pound.
All right, let's send it into the corner cam, brought to you by Rockin' Cowboy.
Tienes que arriesgar, no lo patees. De aquí abajo vas a boxearlo, de aquí abajo, porque va a entrar. Cuando te tenga la pierna por dentro, trata de liberarla, güey.
They're telling him that he needs to get his leg out when it's being controlled at the bottom. That it keeps getting stuck and he needs to get it out.
Busca la malla para pararte, pero con el brazo por dentro. Sí, porque estás aislando tus dos brazos, le estás dando la espalda y no tienes
That they're giving, that he's giving his back and he needs to turn in and get that inside control.
Más bajito que él, no entres muy recto.
He's telling him to keep his hands lower. He's just giving us some wrestling tips. He's like, you got to wrestle him. You got to get your hands below his and then use it and go underneath. He's trying to tell him to go underneath and go for get him off. You can't just lay flat on his back, right? So they're trying to give him some wrestling tips, but against a guy of Polani's caliber, it's going to be tough to out-wrestle him. So he's going to have to try and keep this round on the feet there and not get taken down in the first 10 seconds there.
Yeah, first two rounds definitely going Polani's way.
It's clear what he wants to do.
I mean, you could almost argue a 10-8 round the last round.
Yeah, that was not much.
Aguilan, if I'm him, I'm looking to throw knees, I'm looking to throw uppercuts, I'm looking to throw things up the middle.
There's a kick.
Yeah, but it's only a matter of time before that leg kick gets timed and turns into a takedown. I'm throwing things up the middle to try to find the chin.
Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe some knees, throw some knees, keep him thinking about not going for the takedown.
And also goes bowling in, goes high-low, high left underhook,
See, there it
low
is.
right hand.
Oh, man. He listened to his corner, but that didn't quite work.
No.
He put his hand underneath. That's what he was saying. But, damn, that guy's a beast.
Yeah, another slam from Polani.
See if he's more aggressive here as he finished the end of the second here. He's going to progress to mount, maybe do a bit more ground and pound, or he's maybe thinking of a... Let's see. Aguilan takes some deep breaths, but they go, man, back on my back. Can't be happy with that.
Not where you want to be.
No, that's a tough spot to be. That's a frustrating fight if you're Aguilan. This corner telling Aguilan to get up, arriba, arriba. But it's not that easy, man. This guy is
sticky,
sticky, heavy, athletic, strong. Tough spot. I'd like to see Polani maybe throw some elbows, attack that arm.
Yeah, I'd start just raining down ground and pound.
There we go, a little bit.
They don't have to be big. They can be short, but he's a powerful guy. You don't have to.
It'll come.
You just got to throw short shots. Short shots. They're going to add up.
There we
Here
go.
they come, right there.
Oh yeah, here they come.
And he's got the wrist trap. He's got the D'Agostini handcuff
there
right
it is.
there.
Nice little flurry by Polani. Aguilan trying to get back up out of this horrible position for him, trying to get to his knees. He's like, man, I can't get this guy off me here, trying to use the cage. Polani's got a wrap around there.
Coach is calling for a finish.
See, yeah, there's the
He's trying to block the arm with his knee as well.
Wow.
Crafty stuff.
Oh,
those
nice.
are nice.
Oh, he's got to watch the back of the head too, though.
Those were clean.
Those are very clean.
Look painful. There it is. Whoa. Now Aguilar giving his back, not liking how those elbows are feeling. Polani gets the hooks in, and now he's going to try and go for that neck, maybe open him up a little bit. And then
2 minutes to go here in the fight.
Off to get a finish here. Aguilar might take the way out after 2.5 rounds of constant pressure from Polani here. Let's see if he can sprinkle in some jiu-jitsu in there with that dominant wrestling.
He needs to arch really hard. He needs to arch his hips into Aguilar.
Oh,
Trying to get belly down. There's the face crank. Oh, that can't feel good.
Nasty.
But that's good. Start cranking the face. Get this guy's hands up. Get him to open up. That's not a comfortable position to be in. If you start face cranking him, it's going to start opening up opportunities to sink a choke or land more ground and pound. You just got to start trying to pursue the finish.
One heart though from Aguilar. He's got to be frustrated. He's taking on some damage here, especially in the 3rd round, but
he's not giving up.
Sticking in it. He hasn't given up. Some good defense.
Oh, standing up, giving him a piggyback ride.
There he goes, looking for a
knee bar.
Suluev stretch here.
Ooh.
I'd like that.
We've only seen that once in the UFC. Was it beat?
No, we've seen a couple.
Yeah.
Aljamain Sterling got one.
Nice. It's a nice one. Oh, nice transition to mount there.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Seamless. Just seamless. No effort.
Let's see if we can get a finish here. Got to give it to Aguilar, showing a lot of heart and durability, man. He's not giving up.
And I noticed in the stats that they had, Aso is at 90 in the wrestling.
Yeah.
I think that he should be like a 1,000.
Yeah, probably 100.
He should be off the charts.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, he's showing Aguilar on the door. Aguilar just refuses to walk through it. He wants to stay in this fight, even though there's only 15 seconds left. The fight's all but done.
He didn't come here all the way from Mexico to give up.
20 seconds, 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left.
Yeah, you know, we've seen it in this fight with Aguilar, but these guys coming from Mexico, they are tough.
It's part of their culture. It's just if you're fighting a Mexican, you know you're in for a tough fight. There's no way around it. Even a fight like that where it was one-way traffic for I just drew the brain fart. Sorry, guys. It was one way.
Polani, yeah.
Polani, yeah. It's like it's still that guy. He stayed in there. He, like I said, he refused to walk through the door. He showed him the door. He wouldn't walk through it.
Nice.
That was beautiful. Also, Polani, just a way to make your pro debut. Just make it look easy.
Look good.
Those are nice. Look at this. Just lands a couple nice left hands to a cross face. Then right here, look at this, just riding the back, landing some great ground and pound. Just finally opening, he started to open up at the end of the rounds, which it's just good to see him opening up. He got to do that, especially this is a guy that's not going to get easy opponents. Not saying Aguilar was, but with the caliber of wrestling and having that O in the loss department, you're only going to get tough opposition going forward. So you got to start opening up more and start creating opportunities to get finishes and put guys out.
And you know what? You mentioned that round 2 might have been a 10-8. That round 3
was good.
Yeah, that could definitely be.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll see what the judges do with it here, but that was pure. Yeah. He landed. It did a lot of damage there in that 3rd round.
I keep wanting to call him Gio Platone. I don't know why. I think it's because both their first names, it's just 3 letters. So I'm like, I know that's not his name. I drew a blank there for a second. Maybe it's because I'm so excited
You'll
for
see
Gio.
him soon enough.
Maybe it's because I'm so excited to see him on the main card.
The crowd approves.
All right, the official decision brought to you by Red One Media, Canada's top indigenous media productions. Inside the cage we go. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, I have the judges' scorecard. Judge number 1 scored the fight, 30-27. Judge number 2 scored the fight, 30-26. And judge number 3 scored the fight, 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. The fighter in the red corner, Saul Polani.
All right, so Aso Polani is the winner. Dominant performance. It was it 1 or 2 judges gave him a 10-8 round there, probably in that 3rd round.
You know, I couldn't hear it because I had someone in my ear.
I know definitely the second one was 30-26.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely one-way traffic. It was a one-way fight. I love how when the first judge was announced as a 30-27, he kind of goes, huh? Like he kind of knew, like I should have some 10-8 rounds.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you make your professional debut. He did exactly what he said he would do. I will be on him for 15 minutes. The takedown will be there. I mean, it definitely was at will. He made that look easy. I mean, that's going to be a good confidence booster. And as you said at the end there, he started to open up with a little bit more damage and ground and pound, and that's going to give him some more confidence for next time to know that it's there. Because if you're that dominant in wrestling, get those hooks in, posture up, you can just start throwing stuff, and then, you know, the end is nearer than you think, right? You just got to make it happen.
Oh, now it's his turn.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
I think he's ready. I think he's ready.
All right, here we go. We're going to go with Brian Castro making his pro debut against Adam Posner making his debut in pro.
We're going to have some good tunes coming out here with these Mexicans. We got Brian Isael Castro Torres, el Golden Boy. He's out of Team Banuelos Performance. And yeah, man, he's very well-rounded. He trains in multiple different martial arts. He really enjoys boxing and wrestling, and he's looking forward to a great fight. And one of his things he enjoys training while listening to music more than anything. So you know that this track is something that he listens to on a daily basis when he's training, right? Very excited to be here, and should be an exciting fight here. So,
can you give us a translation on the lyrics?
Let me hear. So slow. You just want to dance.
You should maybe sing this at karaoke. You maybe do a little karaoke, huh?
Oh, we see some dancing in the crowd. They're feeling it.
All right, Brian Castro, his finish bonus tonight for $500 if he finishes with a triangle.
Oh, that's interesting.
$500 for triangle.
$500? I don't know if I can see that. I mean, anything can happen once you get in there, but I mean, Adam Posner's that's a tough out.
Bienvenidos.
Well, the plane coming up from Mexico must have been rocking with these fighters in
No
it.
doubt.
You know, they probably had the music going. Having some fun on the plane, coming up to Vancouver.
It's gonna be a fun fight back, all the boys.
Yeah, absolutely. And here comes Adam Posner, who we saw walk out earlier, and coming out to my guy Daniel Cormier's walkout song. That's a good sign of things to come. But look, this is a young, well-built kid. I mean, he's a tremendous athlete. He's incredibly strong, and he's just got this type of composure. You can just see he has that it factor, and he's just got a knack for getting to people's backs. He does a good job getting to back control, getting those rear naked chokes. When he got his rear naked choke in BFL 78, I know he looked over, pointed at us, and started talking.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if you're calling me out. And I was like, hey,
It's prime time, baby. He's letting us know he's coming.
Yeah, I could tell he's coming. But this kid, I mean, he's got everything to come, man. It's a very bright future for him, and he's very well trained. Like you said, he trains at his dad's gym, so it's a family affair. And that always makes for an interesting dynamic in the corner, in the gym. The one thing I've always said is when it becomes a family affair, it's you get so much attention.
Yeah.
You go to these big super camps, you're one of many guys, but for him, being in his dad's gym, everything is about Adam Posner and what's going to make him better, what's going to make him the better mixed martial artist. And it's all eyes on him in the gym, and that's great for growth. 19 years old, man, the sky's the limit.
Oh yeah, man. There's a lot of years, and he's only 19. But the way he talks about fighting and his game planning, I mean, that's somebody with a lot of years of experience, and that only comes through 10+ years of MMA, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, and to have that at his age, I mean, the future is bright for this kid. I mean, he had a dominant performance last time, making his pro debut, five-fight win streak, and you know the sky's the limit for this kid. So the fans are in for a treat tonight because this guy brings it, and he deserves to be here.
Let's be honest. Adam Posner at 19 years old could kick all our butts when we were 19.
Yeah,
I
God.
wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah, the guy doesn't look like a typical 19-year-old.
All right, let's check out the BFL odds brought to you WPT Global. Make WPT Global your online poker home and get 100% deposit match bonus plus $10 of free slot spins when using the code BFL. All right, Posner, the pretty heavy favorite at -330. But it's Castro they're giving the edge in striking to. Submissions, Posner. Wrestling, Posner. Grit is evening. All right, let's get these fighters introduced. I'm looking forward to this one. Inside the cage we go to our cage announcer, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is in the BFL welterweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner, making his BFL and professional MMA debut as well, representing Team TBP in Tepechitlan, Zacatecas, Mexico. here is Brian Castro. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner, making his long-awaited and most anticipated professional MMA debut. This is his second appearance inside the BFL cage. Representing Posner's Pancration in Vancouver, BC. He is a former BFL amateur welterweight champion. Here is Adam Primetime Posner. And your man in charge of the action is John Cooper.
All right, John Cooper is our referee. This one's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is Castro. He is in the camouflage shorts with white. Posner is in the black with red.
Oh boy. Posner's gonna look to take his head off here in the first round.
Dude, he's gonna be a middleweight someday.
Oh man, he is.
He's just a unit.
Oh, nice overhand by Castro there. Ooh, beautiful takedown.
Wow.
All right, let's listen. Darcy McBride talked to Adam Posner earlier.
Talking with not only the coaches of Adam Posner, but also some of the
Control
other
that Posner
people
transitions
around
to mount.
upstairs at Battlefield Fight League 79. The talk about this young man is Rory McDonald-like. We're talking phenom, young man training as an MMA fighter, not as a specialty fighter. And a lot of people back here are excited, none more than George Kanaskis, one of his head coaches, talking about this young man giving fits to grown men. And I'm not sure what's happening behind us, Craig, but I'm going to send it back to live action.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very quick finish from Adam Posner.
Puts him to sleep, just like that. First round finish. Prime time, baby.
10 out of 10. Beautiful.
Yeah, Adam coming over to have a little chit chat with Mike. What did he say to you, Mike?
Let's have a look. He transitions to arm triangle there, and then just finds the squeeze, lays up, puts the weight, does everything right, and just waits, and puts him out cold.
He came up and said a little better, right? And I said, I give it a 10 out of 10. And look, one of his best skills is he's just got great passing. Like right when he gets the takedown, he's immediately passing guard, and he just cut through the guard like a hot knife through butter. He gets the submission. So that's just,
look at
this
that.
kid's a problem, man. And for as young as he is, he's big, he's athletic, and like I said, the camp surrounds him. Just look at the squeeze on this.
Prime time.
And the thing he did good is look how his
And he's
head,
out right there.
look how his head is higher than his opponent's. When you're ear to ear trying to get the arm triangle, it leaves too much space. You got to scoot your head above theirs to really cinch up the choke. It's a polished technique from such a young kid.
Absolutely. He is scary as a fighter. He's scary at this weight class as well.
Yeah, he comes as advertised, man. He's just wastes no time, does his thing, very dominant in there. That's a great debut for prime time.
Yeah, we're going to see some good things from this young man, I believe. 19 years old.
Wow, that's crazy.
Man.
Crazy.
Getting some congratulations from George Casamatis, who used to sit in one of your chairs.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that.
He did a few fights with me back in the day. All right, I believe we're ready to make this official. Inside the cage we go for the decision. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John Cooper is called for a stoppage at 41 seconds of the very first round. For your winner by arm triangle choke, the fighter in the red corner, Adam Primetime Posner.
All right, that decision brought to you by Red One Media, Canada's top Indigenous media productions. Guys, what more can we say about Adam Posner?
I mean, it's going to have to start finding him some tougher opposition. I mean, no disrespect to his opponent, but I mean, this guy's a problem. I mean, he's just
big problem.
I think, and he's just so calm. He's so collected. You could just see, you know, as they're doing the introductions, he just looks so comfortable in there. And I think that's the key. You know, when it actually, I know it's the key.
Confidence.
It's
from
confidence.
training.
In this sport, it's 99% mental. So if you're confident, if everything is sound between the ears, there's no reason why you can't have success.
And he just walks in with that look in his eyes. Like you say, the confidence is there. He's only 19.
And just the way he was speaking before is like, you know, a kid with that level of confidence, you know, you put in over 10,000 hour training with your dad, you know you have the skills, and when you're able to implement it time and time again, I mean, he's coming off a 5-fight win streak as an amateur, right? So he's got the confidence and the momentum, and he's going to keep that rolling to the pros. It should be exciting to see him next time.
All right, next up.
Some more.
Yeah, at 130 pounds, we've got Jose Hernandez taking on Brandon Briglio, making his pro debut. But Jose Hernandez is going to be first to the cage.
Yeah, and Jose Hernandez, this guy is a national, regional, and state champion on multiple occasions in Mexico for amateur boxing. So you know he's got a love for the hands. And when you talk about love, man,
nice.
I love me a good luchador mask. It reminds me of Goyito Perez. You know, if you remember Eric Perez from the UFC days, he reminds me of Goyo. But yeah, this is a guy that, look, he does a good job striking off the break, and a lot of that has to do with his boxing. And he likes to attack submissions. I think he's a guy that really spends more time focusing on his guard in an offensive ground game than takedown defense, which makes him a very interesting opponent to train for. And when you talk about the boxing, he loves to hunt for the KO. This guy tends to load up on his punches, likes to sit down on his shots, so you know he's going to go hunting for a big KO punch.
Yeah, most likely. Tony Poison is his nickname.
Tony Poison?
Tony Poison, okay.
Is that his wrestler name?
Probably, right? That would make sense.
Jose's finish bonus for this one, it's a flying armbar, and it's worth a $2,500. So a flying armbar.
Oh, you don't see that every day.
So we'll see if he goes for that. He lost 3 times in 2023. So he had a rough year. He's trying to put it behind him, and he wants to start out 2024 with a victory.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that would be good. Definitely seems excited to be here. Crowd's feeling it.
I'm loving the music.
Yeah,
this is great.
Definitely good vibes in here.
Tony Poison.
Tony Poison.
There you go.
Seats are filling up. This crowd's getting pumped up. A lot of action so far. Nice little front roll to the cage. First time to Battlefield cage. The Spanish version of. All right, we have here Brandon Briglio making his third BFL appearance, former BFL flyweight champion, and he's on a 2-fight win streak. And he's been working on his striking, looking to have a little bit more fun with it, being a bit more fluid. He's training out of Universal MMA and Ascension. He's only 25 years old. And his coach has said, you know what? It's time for you to go pro. So it's always nice, little confidence boost to get the nod from your coaches, that people that know you very well, and they're able to tell you it's time, you're ready. You know, it's always good to have that in your corner. So he's very confident coming in, pro debut. Doesn't really know much about his opponent. All he knows that he's a Mexican and he probably loves to brawl, but he's looking forward to a brawl. He wants a good fight. He's looking forward to putting it all on the line and really putting on an exciting fight for the fans.
Well, I love the part that he said about having fun. Like
yeah.
That's a key part about this. Like, there's no better way to get you to perform at your best than to have fun doing this. This is such a pressure cooker of a sport. I mean, there's so many risks. There's so many things that stress fighters out. And if you can find ways to make this fun, it just makes you perform at a higher level.
100%. You got to love it. You got to have fun. Briglio's got power both of his hands. He's also an excellent wrestler. And the one thing I asked about what he learned about his last fight is really being calm, staying composed, you know, not get too tense and make any mistakes. As you said, you know, having fun is a good way to not be too tense. And you know, he's really ready to go pro. So this is you know, that exclamation mark.
And in the corner there, you see Dan Kajic of Briglio's corner. Dan Kajic just coming off a victory last weekend at Samurai MMA in Eastern Canada. You might have seen him on UFC Fight Pass. All right, we go to the BFL live odds, brought to you by WBT Global. It is Briglio the favorite at -300. Striking goes to Hernandez. Submissions, Briglio. Wrestling, Briglio. Grit, Briglio. We'll see how it all plays out in this one. Let's get the fighters introduced. Inside the cage we go. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is a 130-pound catchweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. This man has a professional record of 1 win, 3 losses. Making his first appearance inside the BFL cage, representing Team Poison in Estapaluca, Mexico. Please welcome Jose Hernandez. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner. Making his professional debut, this is his third appearance inside the BFL cage. Representing Ascension MMA in Port Coquitlam and Universal MMA in North Vancouver, BC. He is a former BFL amateur flyweight champion. Here is Brandon Briglio. And your man in charge of the action is Saul Ram.
All right, Saul Ram is our referee for this fight at 130 pounds. It's a catch weight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is Hernandez in the blue with white and black. Briglio in the black with white.
Notice Briglio sporting a new hairdo. I guess he had some issues at the weigh-ins yesterday.
I know he had a really nice haircut too. That's a shame. That looks like a $40 haircut you had to shave off.
What a waste.
Yeah, better get that win bonus then.
Hernandez.
It's always crazy when you see guys go up a weight class and struggle to make weight. You know, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm not saying this, you know.
That's okay.
I can speak to that myself. I fought at lightweight. I struggled for a long time. And as of late, you know, I go up to 170 pounds, and sometimes I struggle a little bit to make that weight, you know. And you can tell this kid he's well built to be a 135-pounder. It'll be interesting to see him weighing in at 130 for this fight, where he goes. Is he going to go back down to flyweight? Is he going to try to fight at bantamweight? A lot of questions will be answered after this fight, I think.
Yeah, he's got a good frame for the weight class here. He can't pack too much more muscle to that. He's got a nice strong legs there. See if he opts for the takedown here with the wrestling base, but I like the little oblique kick by Hernandez. Ooh, just ducks out of there. Nice little head movement by Hernandez. Gets out of the way.
Yeah, Brandon really loaded up on that overhand right.
Yeah, just got out of the way like a matador.
Well, he said he doesn't know much about his opponent, but you should pay attention because this guy did win national titles in boxing, so you can't just load up on a naked overhand right like that. Well, he's going to see it coming.
That's crazy. He probably doesn't know that, right? So that's why it's like a wild card. He's like, I have no idea.
I'm not that way. I got to know everything.
Yeah.
I got to know what my opponent, what time he gets up, what he has for breakfast, when he goes to bed, what he's good at.
That's funny.
Some guys aren't like that, though. Some guys just like, I'm just going to put it in my coach's hands.
But sometimes when it's out of country, it's just really hard to find anything, right? If it's not online, like it's pretty hard to. Oh, big overhand by Hernandez.
Yeah, that stopped Briglio.
That caught his attention. Very nice. Beautiful. Nice little combination, Hernandez.
Yeah, you can see that boxing pedigree of Hernandez.
Yeah, and the composure and the stand-up.
Nice little double jab there. Good head movement, both guys.
And you can just see the fluidity in Hernandez's movement, just the way he's moving side to side, really not staying stagnant with his hands, just always constantly moving.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see Brendan's just a little more erect, a little more upright, kind of trying to load up on that one big single shot. If I'm Brendan, he's got to jab his way in to land that overhand right. Start putting some traffic in front of the overhand right.
So we should point out Briglio's finish bonus, not really a finish, if he gets 4 suplexes in the fight.
Nice
well, he got a double leg.
4 suplexes is his bonus?
So that's a start.
4 suplexes, yeah.
Nice takedown by Briglio, but Hernandez doing a good job getting back up to his feet, but Briglio wraps up the leg and he's going to try and keep him there. Nice shots.
Good takedown defense against the fence.
Yeah, he's doing good to get back up.
But now he's fishing for a guillotine. Definitely does a little too shallow on the bite for that guillotine.
Elbows from the bottom by Hernandez. Nasty elbows.
This is what I'm talking about, though, the offensive guard. I don't really think this guy spends a lot of time on his takedown defense, and I'm saying this in a complimentary way. I think he just focuses more on having an offensive guard, doing damage from the guard, throwing up submissions, and that could be, you know, it's like prime Tony Ferguson. You take Tony Ferguson down, he's just going to rain elbows on you. You know, and we saw that earlier from Hernandez.
Nice opening minute and a bit for Hernandez, and now Briglio takes it to the mat. Hips are high, establishing control.
I don't know why he's reaching for a rubber guard that's not there. The defense to a rubber guard is to stick your head in your opponent's chin, and he's reaching for a rubber guard that he's not going to get right there.
Maybe he's got crazy dexterity trying to go for a go-go plotter or something crazy. It's going to be hard from that position.
Right.
But
nice elbow from Briglio.
Briglio just kind of established position, trying to. Oh, nice. Little semi-pass.
Little semi-cartwheel pass.
Semi-cartwheel pass.
A kind of cartwheel pass.
Almost.
Yeah.
A minute to go here in the opening round.
Nice back step.
Ooh, there it is. Now he's going to wrap up the legs. On top here, Briglio just, regaining his composure, being like, okay, I can
Hernandez
control on top.
looking to frame out. Maybe trying to roll underneath for
He's
a leg.
working. He's working from the bottom there. Nice. See, like you said, offensive. Oh, nice shots. By
Nice
Briglio.
ground and pound from bottom.
Yeah, he's squirmy and aggressive.
He's making it hard for Briglio, that's for sure. I mean, he's not conceding position. He's staying active from bottom.
Yeah. Different than what we saw versus Polani there.
Yeah.
He wasn't really threatening much from the bottom.
Polani's on a different level, though.
Yes, fair enough. Fair enough.
I think Polani's squeeze compared to Briglio's significantly different, to say the least.
The final 10 seconds of the very first round.
Interesting to see how the judges are going to score this
Yeah,
with the, Briglio on top here at the end, whereas Hernandez looking very comfortable on the field.
I mean, he landed some hands. He had some good shots. And
Yeah, that one shot
yeah,
that stunned
very nice.
Briglio.
Big overhand. He did some nice fill power shot, a couple combinations, and then let's have a listen to the corner here. And then once it was taken down, Briglio controlled on top for the later part of the round.
Así, no quiero que patees todavía. Ya que te empiece a bajar un poquito las manos, entonces empiezas a patear. Ahorita no lo patees, estás bien.
I don't want you to
Trata de
kick
que
yet. I
no
want
estés
it to wait.
con la espalda en la malla. Ves que das dos pasitos, le tienes un golpe, se para atrás.
Wait
Eso,
for
sí.
him to come
Pero
forward
no
and
como
then
el dos, que le pegaste, y ahí vas por él, sí. Ahí frenadito, pum, pum, sigo trabajando. Muy bien la sumisión. Si te tienen agarradas las dos piernas, ¿qué significa? Que tienes las dos manos ocupadas.
If
Sí,
he's
cuando sientas que tienes
got
las dos
both
manos
your legs
agarradas,
stuck, what
pégale
do
la
you
cabeza
do?
y te va a soltar. Te está soltando. Hazle
get your
finta la
hips
sumisión
back.
aunque no vayas por la sumisión.
Exactamente.
Para
Don't
que
look
te
for the
salga,
submission
te
too
pares.
early.
Agárrale la pierna, viste que agarraste la pierna y de bola reculó. Exacto, sí, triángulo, lo que quieras.
Recuerda que valen que los cortes valen, ¿eh? Recuerda que los cortes valen.
Wi-Fi?
Got a little bit of that. He was saying, he's like, take 2 steps back and boom, and hit him. And he's like, if he takes you down, if both his hands are wrapped around him, what does it mean? It means his head's open. He's like, hit him. So good advice from the corner there. Just, reinforcing it needs to go on the offense. If he does get taken down, keep hitting from the bottom. Don't just stay there.
All right, the corner cam brought to you by Rockin' Cowboy Clothing Company, because it's better to stand out than fit in as we begin round number 2.
Pégale means hit him.
Really good movement from Hernandez right now.
Yeah, you can see his little head movements. Is like,
Yeah, subtle head movements, little fakes, little feints. Trying to distract you with his hands.
Not too much head movement by Briglio. He just kind of wants to close the distance and maybe land one shot and go for a takedown.
Ooh. Now it's Hernandez starting to load up on the punches.
Yeah. Whiffs that one. Oh, see, Briglio's corner telling him to take charge, to throw the jab out there. Needs to. Nice overhand.
Oh, big right from Hernandez.
Ooh,
Beautiful right from Hernandez.
Oh, that hurt him. It's surprising.
Really stung him.
He's fast.
Yeah, he's got very fast hands, and he shoots a takedown.
What?
What?
That was weird.
That was interesting to say the least.
Okay.
I don't know why.
That was weird.
You're
Maybe
in
he's
your
trying-
wheelhouse.
Oh, nice little knee off the break there.
You're in your wheelhouse. You're boxing this guy's ears off, and he shoots a takedown.
That was weird. Maybe he's just trying to catch him off guard.
It's
Who
a good
knows?
way to set up a fake shot to like a lead hook.
But he's tricky, man. He's got a tricky style, this Hernandez. I like his little head movement. Feeling comfortable on the feet. Tricky.
Yeah, don't let his record fool you. This guy's good.
I mean, who's he been fighting? He must be fighting some tough competition, man. He's
Oh, I like that.
Both guys landed there.
That was a nice fake right hand and threw the nice left hook. Guys went left for left. That was good.
Oh, nice takedown by Briglio.
And that's what Briglio needs.
Hernandez
I think he
trying to push the head, trying to get his. There's the go plot I was talking about. Omoplata.
or something.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a leg over, make something happen.
Interesting.
There's
Yeah,
that
so maybe
offensive
he
guard.
was.
Yeah,
Maybe that was what he was doing. Oh,
get
nice
that
elbows
offensive
from the
guard
bottom.
going. Yeah, that's
Well,
what he's got to do.
Very
Throw
nice.
up subs, make it uncomfortable for the guy on top.
Yeah, man. He's.
Oh, we might have an arm triangle here.
Ooh, we saw what happened last fight. Nice defense by Hernandez, but good top control by Briglio. Controlling the leg. Heavy on top. Still a lot of time left here in the second round. It's been an interesting match on the feet there. On the ground, once it hits the ground there, Briglio is quite dominant. But oh, nice elbow.
That was a nice elbow.
You just saw the head bounce off the mat there.
Well, that's
That
the
was
worst because
nasty.
Hernandez is resting his head on the canvas.
Yeah,
and when you rest your head on the canvas, you're essentially absorbing 2 strikes in one.
Ouch. Nice, that was fast. Sneaky little elbow there. Interesting clash of styles here.
Hernandez needs to get to the fence. The fence is right there. Find a friend. Find a friend. The fence is your friend. You gotta slide your shoulder blades up the fence and wall walk your way back to your feet. He's right there for it. It's there for the taking.
I think he's got his wrist controlled. Briglio posturing up a little bit. Another nice little short elbow, trying to progress to mount, but good job by Hernandez using his butterfly hooks to follow him over and keep him there. Double butterflies by Hernandez, gonna try to push him off and get back up, but Briglio's got his hands in the back of his knees and it doesn't give him any space. You can see that wrestling background we're talking about.
There it is.
Oh, is that guillotine? Oh, he's going for the neck. Ooh.
He's got to snap him down right here. Either land knees or snap him down, go hard on the hands. So I like this too. Switch to a double, that's always good.
Nice knees by Hernandez. I mean elbows, excuse me.
Ooh, nice way to use the wizard to get your hips out.
Nice.
And now they're back to standing with just over a minute to go here in round number 2.
This gives Hernandez a chance to win a round and make this an even fight.
Yeah, man,
he's got to make the most of this next minute right now.
He's got to land another one of those overhands like that. Nice combination by Hernandez.
Nice sweeping left hooks.
Very smooth on the feet as Hernandez. Tricky.
Yeah, he's got some really good boxing.
Nice shot. Nice takedown by Briglio. That might win him the round.
Yeah.
Nice.
He got a little too cute with the low kick.
Oh.
That's the one thing that frustrates me about a lot of these young fighters is,
What's that?
is if you're getting taken down off the leg kicks, how have you not got it planted in your brain to keep your feet on the ground? Keep your feet planted and just focus on your boxing.
Nice elbows from the top by
The second
Briglio.
his foot came off the ground, Briglio was there to get the takedown.
He's waiting for it. He's waiting for it. If you're fighting a wrestler, that's when you know you should.
You should never throw low kicks.
Yeah.
Would you throw a low kick against Habib Nurmagomedov or Islam Makhachev? No.
No.
And that's a bold comparison, but still, nonetheless, it drives my point home.
Yeah.
All right, there's the end of round 2. And this is going to be interesting to see how the judges decide to
this is
score,
close.
right?
This is close. Yeah.
You know, do you score on the takedowns and some damage from the top, or when they're standing and Hernandez has got that advantage?
You could argue that was a Hernandez round. I mean, it was a close round. He landed the better shots on the feet. He did damage on the ground. But I think Briglio getting the takedowns, landing some good shots, I think that might seal the deal for him in the second round.
Yeah, and here's some Hernandez highlights here from the feet.
There's that
Then he goes for that takedown for some reason.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
That was interesting.
You even heard his corner Dan say, I don't see that little knee off the break. Tricky. Boom. See, just a little touch, little knee. Boop. But even Dan, his coach, was like, I don't know. He was being honest. Like, I don't know. It could be 1-1. It's a very close fight. It's all going to come down to the third here.
You could make an argument it's 2-0 for either fighter. It's 1-1. Because in that first round, don't forget, Hernandez had some nice work on the feet, and he landed the best punch of that round when he stunned Briglio.
It's close, man. It's close. I love how in between rounds, Hernandez is just smiling, high-fiving his coach. He's having fun in there.
He's having a great time.
He's having a great time, man.
He's so comfortable. He's shooting single legs.
Shooting single legs and just hopping around in there.
Tony Poison? Yeah.
Poison. Had poison. Let's see if he's got poison in his hands here.
Nice kick. And in his feet.
That's new. Little fades.
But like I said, if I'm him, keep your feet on the ground. Don't throw any kicks. Let's just focus on the hands.
Yeah.
Focus on the hands. That's where you're having the most success. Get the fakes and feints going and start landing the big overhand right. Get the left hook going. That's not what you need right now. Both these guys need to fight like they're down 2 rounds, because we don't know how the judges have this scored.
Totally. This is close. This is, let's just say 1-1. It all comes down to this.
You don't have to fight with reckless abandonment, but both guys need to have it in their head that they could be down 2 rounds.
Nice overhand. Maybe that's a style, though. Some people, that's the only gear they have.
Yeah.
It's reckless abandonment.
That's true.
And then that's kind of gets reflected in your record sometimes, unless you're a complete killer in there. And that's how you learn, I guess. Sometimes. Oh, nice stiff jab by Briglio.
Briglio's starting to get it going now.
Whoa!
If I'm Briglio, he should start faking the takedown and coming up top with some punches.
Yeah, he needs more volume, more output. There's the shot.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah,
what
good.
a double leg takedown.
All right, we're going to send it up backstage to Darcy McBride. Darcy, what do you got for us?
The impression Brandon gave me a little earlier back here was that it was pressure, 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 and we've seen that thus far in 2 and into the 3rd round here. What he let me know was that no matter what is in his way, he is destined for another title. Having been a prior champion in the amateur ranks here in Battlefield Fight League, he looks well on his way to cementing his first win as a professional, should he hold out the pressure here. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Darcy. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go here. Briglio's got some work cut out.
Sure, we saw every time Briglio takes it to the mat, he's been quite dominant. So a lot of ground control in this fight for Briglio. A little bit, maybe Hernandez gets a little tired because he's a little bit less active from his back here in this 3rd and final round. But Briglio's just pinning him down a little bit more, trying not to give him any space. As he knows, he's figured him out. He's quite squirmy from the bottom and doesn't want to take those elbows from the top of the head.
Yeah, Briglio's trying to definitely cement this 3rd round.
Yeah, he knows
he's doing
that
a good job of it.
Totally. Right in front of him, right by his corner there, listening to his Sean Albrecht, Dan there.
Doing a good job, little hand on biceps.
Yeah, he's been controlling this whole round.
Good control. You can tell he's trying to slide that right leg out.
Sometimes all you need is
he almost had it out.
Sometimes all you need is one good takedown and control the round, right? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But I'd like to see him progress his position here and do a little bit of ground and pound. There we go. He's controlling the wrist, trying to get out there, but Hernandez is definitely in this fight still. Just in a tough spot at the moment for most of this round. Fortunately for him. Oh.
Yeah, it's just
this is getting a little worse
this is a tough position because you see he's almost got like a reverse half right now. The way he's underneath the head with his left hand, and he's almost putting his hand in the far armpit. Call it a reverse half. We saw that.
Briglio's got his arm. He's going to start punching.
We saw this when Brock Lesnar fought Frank Mir. He had that reverse half with Mir's hips turned away. But look, Hernandez is back on the feet with a minute to go.
Let's see. We can make it happen here.
Absolutely. He needs more than a kick right now. He needs to start throwing the hands. The hands are going to win the fight right now.
Yeah, he just needs to land that big overhand again. Now's the time.
Briglio wise to it, just kind of skirting on the outside with some lateral movement, not letting his feet get planted.
Oh, switch kick.
Wow.
That would have been sick if that landed.
It kind of
The
did.
knee kind of brushed his face a little bit, yeah.
Gotta love the creativity here.
Oh man, that was great. That's what you gotta do.
Switch kick. Thinking of rolling to a knee bar there.
Oh, looking for like a little Granby roll there. Now he's in a tough position with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, this is good for Briglio. Good round for Briglio here. It'll be interesting to see what the judges thought of the first 2 rounds. And there we have it, folks. 3 rounds.
Yeah, and this is going to be, I'll be interested to see what the judges say here. I think you go Briglio in the 3rd round, but
1 and 2 is anybody's guess.
yeah.
Have a look at the replay. This is the final takedown. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little long in space, but when you have your opponent retreating on their heels, I mean, you can shoot a long double leg like that. I mean, the wrestling was just on point for Brandon Briglio. Just the way that he was flaring the legs, getting the big takedowns, advancing positions. It was a thing of beauty there.
Almost caught the knee.
Hernandez with the creativity there. That was nice.
He knew he had to do something. At least he tried.
Hey, that's what you got to do.
Hey,
you know, like
knows?
I said, both these guys, you got to fight like your back's to the wall. It's 1-1 or 2-love, and you got to chase a finish. And there's no better way to do it than a flying attack. And look at him. This guy's, he doesn't even look tired.
He's having fun. No,
I feel like this guy could fight 10 rounds. He doesn't even look tired.
He probably could. Close fight.
And who knows how long he's gone in his boxing career, right?
Right.
Yeah, Hernandez showing just some excellent skill on the feet. Like you guys were talking about, that head movement he had.
He did. He had some nice counters he threw.
Yes, very nice counters. Did a lot of things right.
That's quadruple experience. It's hard. All you got one, it's a lot. Yeah. I got 27, I still don't know.
And here we go, the moment of truth.
All right, the official decision brought to you by Red One Media, Canada's top Indigenous media productions. Let's find out what the decision is. Inside the cage we go. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judge's decision. Judge number 1 scored the fight 30-27, red.
Oh, it's a split.
30-27.
Judge number 2 scored the fight 29-28, blue. And judge number 3 scored the fight 30-27 for your winner by split decision. The fighter in the red corner, Brandon Briglio.
And the crowd goes wild.
And it's always interesting when you get 2 30-27s and then one judge saw the fight. Two of the rounds, he saw them exactly the opposite than the other 2 judges. And that happens, especially in a fight like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and for me, I have no problem being outspoken about the way judges see fights if I feel like it was not a just score, but that was just such a close fight. Like, I could see why 2 judges gave it 30-27 because of the wrestling, but I can also see why one of the judges gave it 29-28 because of the striking. So this is one of those cases where it was just such a closely contested fight. I don't think there's any wrong way you could have scored it.
No, I totally agree. That was definitely, I like apples better or I like oranges better.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, this is the main event on the undercard coming up now. And this is going to be a fun one, guys. We've got Luis Guzman against Jaden Martin. And there is Mr. Guzman.
Yeah, Guzman, man. This guy, very, very wide puncher. This guy's, he's wild, he swings wide, he likes to throw big hooks. In a lot of overhands, a lot of leg kicks, and he'll blend them together. I mean, this is a guy that really just, when he's on the feet, those are the techniques that he kind of focuses on. But I think it would serve him justice to kind of mix it up a little bit. Let's get the jab going. Let's do more than just throw low kicks. Let's throw some snap kicks. But nonetheless, I mean, just like we've said about all these Mexican fighters, they are a tough out for anybody.
Yeah, and this guy's also a 4th down black belt in Taekwondo and a champion in amateur wrestling. So, you know, he's got a lot of experience here. So it'll be interesting to see how he puts that together.
Yeah, and for Luis, his finish bonus is a spinning back elbow worth $1,000 if he can finish the fight with that move.
Let it fly.
Big boy. He said he's training for a war, and anything can happen, and he's excited to put on a show for the fans. He's like, he said the fans will be the winner of this fight.
He's fought back east in Canada before. He's fought in Honduras before. He's fought in Mexico before. So he's got a little international experience under his belt. As we see Mr. Jaden Martin.
Making his 6th BFL appearance. Former BFL amateur champ, and then the crowd lets him hear it. No strings to the cage. Had a bit of a layoff, but I mean, he's feeling pretty good. He said it's been the first time in a long time that he hasn't felt any injuries. He's had some knee problems, but he's feeling really good coming in here. Extra pumped to see his training partner, Kyle Machado, make it to the big show, get that contract, but training a lot with him. So that's obviously really motivating when you know what it takes and you see a good training partner of yours make it to that next level. And, you know, that's what he's looking to do for himself as well. So he's ready to stand and bang and put on a show for the fans. He's pretty sure that his opponent's going to, like, rush in. He just says he just needs to be sharper than him and hit him first. So this one could end early, but time will tell. And he's fighting out of Franco's MMA, as you can see in his corner there. Franco's Bigfoot Kyle Machado.
And guys, I don't know if you noticed, but just to our broadcast left here, we got a big bunch of the crowd on their feet, including Jaden's dad. TJ's over there. He's in the house. So a big crowd here supporting Jaden Martin.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
I see Lance Gibson over there, too. Lance Gibson Jr.
Right on.
All right, so Jaden's finishing move is a spinning crescent kick worth $1,500.
You should make that worth 15 grand.
And Jaden Martin is a big boy.
He's a big boy, man. He's big and jacked and likes to throw hands.
Guy's an absolute unit.
He kept
to say
going
the
up in
least.
weight classes.
Yep.
He's had full knee reconstructive surgery before, so it was good to get back in the cage that last time. And
All right, let's check out the BFL odds brought to you WPT Global. Make it WPT Global, your online poker home, and get a 100% deposit match bonus plus $10 of free slot spins when using the code BFL. All right, odds to win. Jaden Martin, guys, to put it lightly, he's the excruciatingly heavy favorite at -700. We're going to give him the edge in striking, submissions, wrestling, grit. We're going to go with Guzman. All right, let's get these fighters introduced. Into the cage we go. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is in the BFL middleweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. This man has a professional record of 2 wins, 3 losses. Making his first appearance inside the BFL cage, representing Team Cancerbreros in Gerardo Progreso in Guanajuato, Mexico, here is Luis Guzman. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner. This man has a professional record of 1 win, 1 loss. Making his 6th appearance inside the BFL cage, representing Franco Kickboxing and Pancration in Vancouver, BC. He is a former BFL amateur welterweight champion and your current number 4 ranked BFL middleweight fighter. Please welcome Jaden Liquid Steel Martin. And your man in charge of the action is John Cooper.
All right, John Cooper is our referee. This one's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division. It is Guzman in the black with white, Martin in the black with white and a little bit of green. And gents, this is going to be an exciting fight, but don't blink. This could be over quickly.
I have a feeling we're going to see a left high kick.
oh, nice kick. Oh, man, nice shots by Guzman. Beautiful. Oh, nice knees by Jaden.
Guzman doesn't pay attention to the odds, I'll tell you that much. They are trading.
Oh, man. That's how you start a fight.
Oh, big elbows from Martin. Guzman coming back.
Wow.
This is a barn burner.
Nasty knees by Jaden.
Wow.
Holy. Man. Guzman.
Oh, and there it is. That's over. Big right hand. Jaden Martin.
Wow.
And Guzman is out.
Out. I just jumped out of my seat.
Holy
God.
smokes. The crowd loves it.
That was the most chaotic minute I've ever experienced from the broadcasting booth.
Insane.
My
Okay,
goodness.
so guys, because that happened so fast, I said don't blink. We're going to watch the whole fight again here, guys.
Here it is.
Okay?
Yeah, he's still out
It
cold
was
there.
such a great, I don't even know if it was a minute of fighting.
It was a heck of a minute. He's still out cold here right in front of us. Hopefully he's okay. I'll have a look. Just
You see Guzman right here. Really nice right overhand. Starts following up with some volume. But Jaden, once he
Steps
got
back.
the tie clinch, it was nasty.
And Guzman was landing as well here in the early going.
He was.
But then Martin started with these elbows.
Yeah, the short elbows, the knees up the middle, and then once he broke away, it just created the space for him to land the fight-ending shot.
Clean elbows.
And I think Guzman was a little bit rocked here already.
Oh my gosh, that was nasty.
Nasty.
And we're pleased to tell you, Guzman, I just seen some movement there. So he's back with us. It's always good to see.
I know my mom's watching the broadcast right now, and when she sees a fight like this, she's probably like, when are you going to retire? Man, that was a thunderous shot. Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah.
Add that one to the highlight reel.
Damn.
Sheesh.
Nice show of respect here by Liquid Steel.
And the thing
here.
that made it so nasty is when someone gets hit with a shot like that, as they're going down,
Oh,
just
he
the way their
smoked his-
head hits the canvas, it's just it's that second and third knockout essentially.
Good show of sportsmanship there.
It was right in front of us. We could hear the cage rocking.
But we're talking about these guys coming up from Mexico and how tough they are. I mean, that, however long it was, 30, 45 seconds of the fight, Guzman was throwing, and he was taking, both guys were taking shots.
Oh, yeah. Guzman didn't care what the odds makers had to say. He was there to win this fight.
He caught him. He actually caught him.
Landed a really nice
seconds.
punch.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a really nice overhand punch. I squeaked there. Really nice overhand punch.
Well, now, and so Guzman actually did say that in the end, you know who's going to win this fight? Was the fans. He actually said the fans are going to be the winners in this fight, and you listen to those fans.
They weren't lying. He wasn't lying. Thank you. Thank you for that, gentlemen. That was unreal.
I literally jumped out of my
Holy
seat. I'm
smokes.
surprised I didn't slam into this rail behind me. Sorry.
That was nuts.
Wow.
Crazy minute of fighting.
I had to apologize to the fans sitting right behind me. The rail's right behind us. I went slamming back into it when Guzman went down.
All right. Here comes the official decision brought to you by Red One Media, Canada's top Indigenous media productions. Inside the cage we go. Here he is, Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John Cooper is called for a stoppage at 31 seconds of the very first round. For your winner, by knockout, the fighter in the red corner, Jaden Liquid Steel Martin.
Okay, well, guys, that caps up what was a great undercard here on YouTube, and I'm just going to remind everybody, don't forget, tune in at 7:30, UFC Fight Pass. That is the main card. We've got 8 exciting fights, including 3 title fights. As you see, Jaden Martin, that was devastating. And speaking of the main card coming up on UFC Fight Pass, I think we got a little bit of footage of our featherweight champion. Here he is, Maxime Soucy. He is in the house now.
Straight out of Montreal.
Yes, Maxime Soucy defending his belt against a capoeira specialist in Radley De Silva. Always fun to see those guys fight. Let's check out each man's road to the title. First, here's Maxime Soucy.
Yeah, Maxime Soucy comes in and, you know, his first fight in BFL shows that he's got good grappling skills. You can see here he's got a really nice wrist ride, landing some ground and pound. He timed some good takedowns, but he still showed the skills that got him to the big show, which was his striking. And then in this next fight, he had this great back and forth affair with Josh Kwiatkowski, and these guys traded. They went toe to toe, and this was a fight where he primarily just leaned on his striking, because these guys, I mean, they were trading. It was a very, very exciting 3-round affair. But just like I said, the first fight and the second fight, both of these fights are decisions. Now we get to the fight where he captures the title. I mean, Nick Ouellette had him all but done in some very troubling positions. And once Nick started to fatigue, Maxime came on and landed a beautiful body kick that set up the TKO win and got him the title. So his road to the title, it was not an easy one. He had some tough fights leading up to it, but he has shined nonetheless. 5 straight wins. I mean, this guy, he's the real deal.
Yeah, you see there the Josh Kwiatkowski fight. We saw a highlight of that. Makinde Adeyemi, that's never a tough out. And then Oliver Nadeau, that was back in May of 2018. So Dave, Radley De Silva.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is very unpredictable, fun to watch, extremely tricky. We see him here 10 years ago. This guy practically came out of the womb doing backflips. But now he's been training all this time. He had a bit of a layoff. We haven't seen him as much, but we did see him not too long ago in the BFL cage, which is a very dominant performance here against Mike McAloon, who has much more experience than him. But what's intriguing about him is that he's so tricky, known for his striking. You never know what to expect with him, and he's very unorthodox, very tricky, and he loves to keep it on the feet. And this fight is a true test of who is the best mixed martial artist, because both guys have an extremely deep well of skill set here. As we can see here, his last fight against McAloon, he won a title in another league not too long ago. And Joe Perota, he's also fought. Ben Jensen, Morgan Littlechild. Like, this guy's been on a streak. Not as consistent, but this guy, the confidence in this kid is unreal. So it's going to be hard to bet against him in this fight.
Yeah, all right. So those 2 fighters fighting in the main event for the featherweight title, the co-main event. That is going to be a lot of fun. That is for Battlefield's first ever super lightweight championship, and that is Scott Strickland, Stockman rather, against Rodrigo Cezinando, and then of course that featured bout Ty Wilson and Ali Wazook. It's going to be a lot of fun, folks. So we'll remind you, coming up, it's just coming up in literally 22 minutes. We're going to start the main card on UFC Fight Pass. So please join us for that. But for those of us, for Mike, Dave, and myself, we'll just say goodbye on YouTube, and we will see you in 22 minutes.
Champion of the world,
Extensive background, as you mentioned, in Q Karate. He's been training for many, many years.
I am the BFL champion. I've been doing martial art all my life. I'm gonna win this fight against Ravi Silva. Then after that, I'm gonna get to the UFC.
Yeah, I'm ready for everything he has. For me, he's coming in with a huge unknown. He has no idea what my striking's like, and it's definitely one of the parts of my games that's the hardest to deal with.
Ladley, Snake Eyes, the
Very, very tricky in there. You don't know what to expect.
I'm looking to run right through him. I'm not looking at the belt. I'm looking at the next goal, which is to make it to the UFC.